Sorry, I don't know that one. Klaus Meine is 69 years old.
You're a nightmare, and we're done. Walking, laughing at the madness. Chaos takes a legend of creed. Set the fire, throw a right. You're walking disaster.
I'm gonna make myself a cup of Good Morning America. Y'all want some? It's the best damn coffee you're gonna get anywhere, buddy.
In the night. Hi, welcome to Coffee with Curmudgeons. It's Friday. We have not been here all week, and now we're here. Lucky you. No, really, lucky you. Lucky for you, we're here, because if we weren't here, your life would be empty. I'm in a mood. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know. Who are you?
I'm Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like that? Looks like kind
You're a
of
little zoomed in. I gotta
fetching.
fix that. You just hang there.
I'm all up in your grill this Friday. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Curmudgeons. I'm Jason.
There we go.
Doc is here. We are ready to roll. And folks, just for you, okay? Never think that we don't have your best interest at heart, because I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm running on zero sleep, right? So it means the filters are down. I mean, I promise I won't cuss, but anything else is negotiable because it's going to slip out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know.
The show will suck.
No.
Well, okay, so yeah, you got zero sleep.
Got zero sleep.
And I came down here and re-put together the studio at like 8:15 in the morning.
Yeah, so you were burning midnight oil too, right?
Man, it's like all week, and I don't know what's going on. Because all week I've been on site.
Yes.
I've been doing things like, okay, so what is it about the universe that says that every person in the world wants something on the same week? Like, it's like, could you just mix it up? Could you just give me something September, November, whatever? No. The first week in October, we're doing this. I had to turn stuff down because it's like I can't. Y'all doing this in 1 week. Why is it this week that y'all are doing your events and stuff? It's pretty crazy.
Y'all.
Y'all.
It's a y'all day today.
I know.
Nice.
I like that hat, though.
It is. Here, I'll put it on.
It's like Kojak.
Yes.
It's kind of Kojak. Oh,
right.
yeah, that's kind of not a little Darren McGavin.
How about this? At a rakish angle? Like I'm Frank and I just got done at the Sands and I'm all kind of lit, you know?
Right.
Hey, Dino, let's go party with Sammy Davis, you know.
Oh, what a wonderful world. Hey.
That's like, okay.
Hey.
That's like 1940s gumshoe.
Huh?
Right? Big Sleep, Bogart, you know?
We've devolved into costumes.
Yeah. Why not? Props. We're prop comics now. Hey, I'm Carrot Top.
No. Gallagher. You know, with the watermelons and
mallets
stuff.
and stuff.
Yeah, and people would have to go to his shows, right? And I guess, like, if you were in the first couple rows.
Yeah, you'd have to wear, like, a tarp or something.
Yeah, like a poncho.
Right.
A rain outfit or something, because you were going to get... How was that guy ever funny? It's like he's throwing watermelons at people and like getting $100 a show in Vegas.
I can tell how it happened, right?
Let's go to Vegas.
Yeah. So he was up there probably on a improv night or something, or open mic, and he's up there and he's probably bombing, right?
Yeah.
He's bombing, and then he just, out of frustration, he just starts pounding stuff, and he saw the people, oh my gosh, that looks great. And so he's got his career made for him now. All he does is
But you said once that, wasn't it Rip Taylor was the guy who did the first? Wasn't it Rip Taylor? Alexa, who is Rip Taylor?
Rip Taylor, the actor and comedian.
There you go, Rip Taylor. And he did the whole, with the confetti.
Yes.
Confetti things.
Yep.
That was before.
No, that's true. Yeah.
That was before Gallagher.
Yeah.
I used to watch a lot of. You can go on YouTube actually. I highly recommend going to YouTube and search Merv Griffin.
Oh, Merv is awesome.
Oh, and just search Merv Griffin Devo.
No.
Yeah.
There's a connection?
Merv, you love Devo.
Yeah.
Devo was always on Merv Griffin. They were always playing their new hit.
Are We Not Men?
No,
we are Devo.
They did Whip It.
Crack that whip.
In fact, I was in such a bad mood over the weekend.
Yeah.
I was sick too. I had that cold, cold flu.
It's going around, yeah.
Cold flu season.
Yes,
you
it
may
is.
need Flunez or whatever.
Theraflu or whatever.
This show brought to you by Big Pharma.
Right.
Get a vaccine. We don't know what it's for. Just get a vaccine. And so Devo comes out with their Trump hats on. Whoa!
What do you mean I got a big head? How dare you?
People have never seen this. It's like usually we interview, we talk about things, we got nothing. So now,
hey Doc, I want to talk about the lighting because it's really making me look orange.
So Trump, are you firing Tillerson this weekend? Today?
Well, I'm not going to tell you. I'm keeping it a secret. It's all going to go down as planned. I have no idea. I'm going to talk to, Bannon, and we'll figure it out, and then I'll get... I got to go. I gotta hit the can.
Okay. Wow.
There you go.
Wow, we just had the President of the United States.
See?
On our show.
See?
That's a first.
Right.
President of the United States.
Thank you. Yeah. He came all his way.
Skyped in or something.
Actually, it was like via live at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
We just kind of piped him in there, and he, okay. Mm-hmm.
Man, I mean, can you believe it? Trump right there. That actually worked.
Happened.
That actually worked.
That happened.
Believe it or not.
Right.
Believe it or not.
Wasn't that Jack Palance?
Jack Palance.
Yeah.
You know what I like? You go somewhere, was it Mount St. There's some place. Oh, no, it is down Newport, Oregon.
The Wax Museum or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ripley's, Believe It or Not or something.
Yeah.
And they got it's so good. They have TVs, not flat panel, flat screens. We're talking TV tubes. And they're playing VHS videotapes of Jack, with the lines and the bad
the crackles and everything.
Believe it or not, and you're just like, wow, this
yeah,
is
I got kicked
authentic.
out of the Wax Museum in Newport.
You did?
They won't let me in there anymore. Yeah,
what?
It's true.
What?
Yeah, I went down there one time. What? Yeah, it was on a similar day like this. I hadn't had any sleep.
Oh yeah.
And
You're not good
I'm
when
not
you
gonna
don't have any sleep.
Well, I'm not gonna go into it too much except to say that I actually tried to make s'mores and I lit stuff on fire, and since it's wax,
What?
yeah,
How do you do that?
I don't know.
How do you
I
make?
was hungry. Want s'mores.
Well,
Yes,
they have.
And while I was there, I waxed my snowboard too.
One time I went there with my kid,
Yeah.
and it's weird because the wax museum. Well, okay, so you go to Newport, you got to do this. Just pay the money, and then they have the old, not the new aquarium,
Yeah.
and not the Bob Hatfield, Oregon State University Research Institute. Not that.
Right,
And
right.
not the Oregon Aquarium.
Yeah.
Which is on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
By the, what is it, Deschutes Brewery or whatever it is over there. There's
Yeah.
a brewery over there. Not over there, on
Right.
the other side of the bay.
Right.
But in Newport, on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
On the boardwalk. Newport,
On the
Newport,
boardwalk.
yeah, Newport, Oregon is Oregon's Monterey Bay, I would say. Wouldn't you say? I think so. Yeah. Because it's got a boardwalk
Yeah.
and there's stuff there.
Stuff.
It's great. It's truly probably my favorite place in Oregon.
Yeah.
I mean, Sisters. I mean, there's other great places in Oregon. Timberline Lodge. But Newport, oof.
I thought you were gonna say the old aquarium.
Well, the undersea old aquarium.
Yeah, the old aquarium. All that is now is like 3 turtles and a diseased crab.
Yeah.
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 But you get a ticket. And you can buy, what you do is you buy a ticket. You can get a ticket for all 3. Because the old aquarium is on the boardwalk. And it's like a sunken boat or something. I don't know. And then they sealed it up and they put a crab and a octopus in there or something.
Like that, yeah.
Starfish,
Yeah.
something. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Stingray with Tourette's, I think.
Yeah, and a gift shop. And
Gotta
so
have a gift shop, yeah.
it's real old school. Like the new aquarium is, you go in like the Shark Tank, not that Shark Tank. You go into actual Shark Tank. Like you go in there and there's sharks. Like,
they're all around you and stuff. Yeah,
all around you.
Yeah.
They built that for what was that stupid whale? Stupid whale.
Oh, Keiko.
Keiko.
Yeah.
From Finding Your Willie or something.
Yeah. Free Willy.
Free
Willy.
Which has a connotation for a lot of people.
It's different.
Yeah. Believe me, San Fernando Valley did a few versions of Free Willy.
Yeah, that reminds me. I got kicked out of the aquarium too. Because I did Free Willy.
Yeah.
And I got escorted out.
No, we don't.
Muy pronto.
No. We're not doing that today.
No, we're not.
We're not doing that today because there's just way too much of that going on.
No, yeah. We're not going to Free Willy today.
And I can't tell you. I really can't. I want to, but I can't. Maybe we'll let a little distance go past.
Right. We know a secret.
Let's just put it this way. Some of the people you think are your heroes are not your heroes.
Right.
These are not the heroes you came for.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Mr. Wolf. Warp Factor 6. Anyway, so.
Make it so.
So there's the old
aquarium.
Old school aquarium.
Yeah.
And you get a ticket. And if you've never been, first go to Newport.
Yep.
Just go there.
Yeah.
It is a jewel of Oregon. It really is.
That high up on the totem pole, the jewel of Oregon.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say so. It's top notch. Is
that your favorite city of the whole state?
Boy, it's
close?
It's pretty much. It's hard. It's hard for me. I mean, I could probably think of other cities.
Yeah.
Because Oregon, we have a few nice places out there.
Yeah.
Like out Gorge Way and Mount Hood and Bend.
Bend's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Ashland is cool. You got the
Prineville. Yeah, I mean it's like in
Oak Grove. You notice how everything went silent? Gladstone.
Exactly.
They used to have Chautauqua, very fine, very festive. Jennings Lodge. Although, you know what? I've been through Jennings Lodge, and I've never met Jennings, or did I see a lodge?
Yeah.
So I'm putting a complaint right there. And then there's the Great Oak Grove War, right? Because some people called Oak Grove, and some people called Oak Lodge. They do, and they get all.
Some people call it a sling blade.
Ooh.
At Oak Grove. So.
Yes.
Yeah, Oak Grove. Oak Grove's good.
Yeah, but people call Oak Lodge, and
it's no Gladstone though.
What?
Johnson City. Well, I
Yeah,
don't
Johnson City.
I don't know, man. Looking for Colorado.
Right.
Best damn coffee. So
You come on back now, Jennings Lodge. You hear?
yeah. So yes. No.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. We got a lot of newcomers in this state and in this town,
A lot of transplants, yeah.
in this Portland.
Transplants.
So this is a message to you. We could be Travel Oregon, and we should work for Travel Oregon.
Ooh.
No one would come.
We could be
It would
our,
awesome.
we could be like tourism ambassadors.
We'd be like, it's over there.
Right.
It's over there. I'll have to go get it.
Yeah.
Because I got it right over there. We've never brought it out.
Right. Like, no.
So where are you going?
No.
With all that beer?
Martha, come over here. Martha, come here. No. Put down that pamphlet. No, that's not the real Oregon. Let me show you the real Oregon. Next thing you know, we're tooling through like Selwood.
Oh, yeah.
You know, maybe we're gonna go Saturday market down in Portland. We're gonna do that. Why not? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, we're taking the CD. We're doing South Central Oak Grove by the Byright. And
Is there
the
a
old
South
OGT.
Central Oak Grove?
Oh yeah, East Side. Oh yeah, you don't go down there after dark, man. Yeah, it's rough down there, man. We're talking.
Did Cheech Marin do a born in the East Oak Grove?
That's right. That's right.
Cheech Marin is born in East LA.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, but word on the street was he really, he had to change it because the movie was Born in East LA, but he really wanted to call it, Born in East Oak Grove.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's a Springsteen song or anything.
Well, those liberal families out there with the Bernie and the and the stickers on the Subarus,
Yeah,
all jacked up
Yeah.
on Bybee in 17th Milwaukee.
Yeah, they're getting all hydraulics as they're heading to the farmer's market. It's
And the big
real
and
stuff,
the big
man.
bass woofer
Yes.
in the back of the Subaru. No. It's I'm Terry Gross. Welcome to Fresh Air.
ooh.
It's
There
like
you go.
doesn't work. It works with hip hop, but not so much on the NPR. Come on.
Well,
Tell me what inspired you to write this song on the acoustic guitar.
It's like boom, boom, boom. This show made possible by viewers like you. Thank you. And it's like, sweet. He's straight up gangster then, man. When you hear that,
The Vietnam War, brought to you by the Sloan Trust,
yeah.
the William D. and Catherine A. MacArthur Foundation, the Vietnam War, brought to you by Donald Rumsfeld,
And viewers like you.
viewers like
Thank you.
the Kennedy family.
Yeah. Did you ever see any of the Vietnam War?
Actually, yeah, I have not finished it.
Yeah. Did you see
You
who
have
one of the big guys who?
You've been watching it.
Yeah.
And I have not finished it. First of all, let me just say,
Yeah.
unlike the new Star Trek,
Yeah. I haven't seen that yet. I'm
unlike the
afraid.
new Star Trek that you have to pay for a precious 40 minutes with commercials.
And you know what? You don't even have to pay for it if you're in Canada or Europe. It's only the U.S.
It's
you
on
have to pay
Netflix,
for it.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
Unlike that new Star Trek,
Yeah.
40 precious minutes if you're lucky
if you're lucky.
that you pay for per episode. That Vietnam thing's like a hearty 2 hours an episode. I started watching it. I was like,
And it's free.
I was kind of, I was kind of getting into it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna binge. You've been talking about it, and everyone's been talking about it. You've been talking about it on the, you talked about it on the Turning Left show, a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Right. Everyone's talking about it. It's a documentary about Vietnam.
Sure.
Big kind of historic thing. Ken Burns. And so I was like, oh, you know what? I'm not feeling so good. I got kind of the weekend, a Saturday. I'm kind of cleaning up. I'm gonna put it on. Because you can go up to the website,
Sure.
and you can watch it
And click on it
for free. And so I put it on, and I figured out every episode's like 2 hours long.
Yeah,
and there's like
between now
how
and
many
half, yeah.
episodes?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, the documentary lasts longer than the war.
It's like 10 episodes, I think. Yeah. The
Actually,
only
MASH. Look that up.
right.
MASH.
The only bad
TV show
thing.
MASH actually lasted
Okay.
longer than the Korean conflict.
Oh yeah.
So I watched like I want to say I got through about 3 episodes, which is 6 hours.
Sure.
I mean, because I was like, oh dang, this is pretty long, and it was very 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 good.
Yeah.
I said before that when I was in college, I figured this out.
Okay.
Before college, I had some really good. I kind of went to a prep.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, high school.
Okay.
I I had some really good history teachers, one of which was a Vietnam vet.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's always really interesting when you have a history teacher who was a Vietnam vet.
Who's actually there?
Yeah, because then they're like, I had a 6th grade teacher who was a Vietnam vet, and that didn't go over so well. PTSD.
Yeah, my sixth grade.
He was
My sixth
he
grade.
was pretty much treated us all like, you know.
All my sixth grader teacher did was yell at us and
We
tell
were
us
in
to stop
country or
eating
something.
paste.
What's that?
Country, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just said I said my sixth grade teacher, all she did was tell us to stop eating paste. You know.
No, this 6th grade teacher, he was a Vietnam vet too. And he had a little edge to him.
Gotcha.
Like when he ended up getting into a dodgeball match with one of our things.
Ooh.
Like a 6-foot tall teacher against
Yeah.
this 6, like actually like throwing the dodgeball at this
Did he
kid's
mow
face.
you
Kid's
guys down,
face.
man?
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, you were in Vietnam, right? Maybe a little, tone it down a bit. I don't know.
Right.
This is bad because like we're denigrating that. But in high school, I had Mr. Heller.
Ah. Okay.
And he was real good. He was a Vietnam vet. And he was he was like, you know what the secret is? You get drafted for Vietnam. He's like, I learned to type because he was college bound and all that, of course.
Sure.
You know, he was a teacher. He's like, I learned to type. So guess what? I was a clerk. Didn't have to carry the gun. Didn't have to go in country. I was in an office, like typing up the memos and the orders and stuff for the colonel or whatever.
Right.
Like a radar. Like,
Sure.
Like he was like
The young Gary
corporal.
Berghoff,
Yeah,
yes.
he was like a corporal.
Yeah.
He was like a corporal in Vietnam. So it was like, just as long as I don't have to go carry a gun and
Sure.
typey. Here I am in Vietnam, typey. And he was like, that's the secret. If they ever put you in the military, do something clerical or whatever. Because you don't really want to be out there where people are shooting at you and you're ducking.
Yeah.
But then you can imagine it's like, where's the clerk? Bring the clerk out to the front lines, and you got a typewriter. And you're like, hey, I'm just the clerk. I've got a typewriter.
Right.
Like, okay, so when you're in war, in the military, I don't know if this applies, but back in World War II, Vietnam, there was the Red Cross, which was the universal symbol of the medic and all that.
Right.
And by the Geneva Convention or these sorts of things the rules of engagement, the rules of war, when you'd see the big white, like the medics had the big white cross on
kind of
them,
hands off.
and it's supposed to tell the enemy, hey, kind of don't shoot this person. They're just collecting the injured and, like lay off. This is the hospital. Like it was bad form if you started bombing your enemy's Red Cross things, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
That's how it worked.
That's how it worked.
So I'm thinking the clerk would have a big, like, feather pen scribe on there. Don't hit me. I'm just got a typewriter, man. I got a, big round white with the scribe in the inkwell.
Like
you
a
know what I mean?
neon sign above his head, don't shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quote some Shakespeare or we'll kill you. But anyway, so Mr. Heller, he had a lot of interesting things. He's the guy who called me an anarchist too.
Oh.
Yeah. He said, you know what? Your political outlook is you're an anarchist. Because you really kind of don't like governments. It's like...
How old were you when he called you that?
I was like 16.
Oh, okay. For a minute there, I thought you were like third grade. You're an anarchist. What's that?
Well, no, that probably happened too. My 4th grade teacher, she was pregnant.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
There was that stuff happened too.
There's some drama going on.
Yeah, it's like, well, sometimes when you're pregnant and it messes with your hormone, I don't know, last time you were pregnant.
Get a little out of whack, yeah.
Right. And that can turn into flashes of anger, grabbing you by the shoulder. Hey, what's up, teach?
Oh yeah, I remember like going up to my wife
teachers.
and saying, "Hi, honey, what's for dinner?" And all she did, she looked at me and went, like, and that was it. So I just like,
This is not to denigrate women or pregnancy,
no.
but there's, stuff that happens. People get sick and whatnot.
Stuff happens.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in the body.
Yeah.
But anyway,
there's a lot of stuff going on in the body.
Have you grab a kid in your class
Yeah.
and practically strangle him.
And
then we had a substitute after that. And I was like, oof. I was like,
what happened to Miss Cooper?
Yeah.
Well, Miss Cooper, she decided to go on a little vacation.
little maternity leave there.
Yep.
Yeah. So, so we had the PTSD Vietnam guy, the lady who, I don't know what they call that, but that was grade school. But then high school had Mr. Heller, and he had stories. And then there was Mr. Hines. That was it. And oh my gosh, I can remember.
Okay,
these
hold
guys.
on, Mr. Hines.
Mr. Hines,
big man with a beard.
Yes. Yes.
I love Mr. Hines.
Yes. No. Like about 6 foot, 6'2".
he was,
I think he was basketball coach.
Yeah.
Or assistant basketball
Love
coach.
Mr. Hines.
But here's the thing. Subaru driving, maybe a bumper sticker that says "Save the Forests." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Out here,
yeah.
Oregonian, true Oregonian,
Bam.
with the salt and pepper beard,
Great
kind
guy.
of the longer beard, and the curly kind of salt and pepper hair. You know, someone that you would see sitting down at night with the shoes up, with a big history book. You know,
Oh, yeah.
reading about Lewis and Clark. You know, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When I had him, he taught a science class.
Yeah.
And I remember walking in there, and there he was, and he was like, "Oh God, Alan, you're in the class." I said, "Yes, I am."
Yeah, baby.
Oh, he knew me.
Yeah.
But no, he was a great guy. Great guy.
So Mr. Hines,
Mr. Hines, yeah.
he was a history teacher from like my junior year or something,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. And so they were both really good. And he's the one who, where I read, he had the bookshelf, and it's like, okay, you're required to read like a couple of these books for history, so I don't know what it was.
Sure.
Whatever they call those classes, right?
Sure.
And here's the books. And here's a bunch of books that you can choose from. And he was even like, and hey, you know, he's
Yeah.
like that liberal Subaru driving thing.
Sure.
And he's also like, hey, you know, and if there's not a book here that you don't, I highly recommend taking one of these books. But if there's another book that you find that you want to read, you can bring it to me and we'll discuss that. You know, that kind of teacher,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Not like, you will read this book, Einstein, and shut your mouth.
Right.
Not that kind of a teacher. More like, oh, hey, I got a new sticker for my Subaru. It says,
Yeah.
trees are renewable, but the water isn't.
Ooh.
I don't know. You know, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know, definitely an NPR listener.
Oh, yeah. Great guy, though. Great guy.
Great guy.
Love Mr.
And so he had this bookshelf, and he had really interesting things in the bookshelf. And so I was going through it, and I'm like, what's this? The autobiography of Malcolm X. How interesting.
Wow.
And so he's like, you want to read that? No one picks that. And I was like, yeah, but I'm white, living in the whitest place in the country.
Right, yeah.
So perhaps I may learn something by reading this autobiography of Malcolm X.
Yeah.
And it was one of the best things I ever read.
Yep. Good
It
book.
changed. I mean,
Yep.
I'm not a black person. I will never be a black person. I will never experience what black people experience. But I read that book as a white person, and it gave me at least some insight, something to go, oh, okay.
Right.
Now this makes a little sense to me.
Did you put the bookmark in it and go, hey, guess what? I am a honky.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so he had that, and his textbook I think was the Kurnow book, or one of the like that had just come out, which was a college book. So when I went to college, we got the textbook, which I think
you ran
was the
into
Kurnow.
it again, yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, and I realized this. It's like, we started this in high school. So a lot of the stuff, that was like the first time that they really opened up the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
So a lot of the facts and figures and the things that are in the Ken Burns had actually appeared in the early 80s in the texts.
Right.
Right. And if you went to a cool place or college or whatever where they were on top of things, they would actually push that out there.
Right.
It wasn't just like, Vietnam War, go watch the Green Berets with John Wayne. See ya.
Right, yeah.
Just like it. No worries.
Right.
Oh, really? Really? Okay. But anyway, so a lot of the stuff, the history there is covered in Ken Burns. And I think it's a lot of people still, unless you were like in history and you dug down, you don't know like a lot of the kind of secret dealings and going on that happened. What I did like is first two episodes at least, is the preview to the Vietnam War, all about the French
the history of Indochina and
the history of Indochina,
colonization
Ho Chi
by the
Minh,
French.
like you talked about. You were talking about this when you talked about Ho Chi Minh going to Wilson. Was it Will or Roosevelt? Roosevelt after the war when they were drawing up
I think it was Truman.
Truman.
Yeah, he's actually, Truman. Ho Chi Minh lived in New York for a bit. He was educated. And he came to New York and he wanted to meet with
the thing. And they want to draw the Vietnam.
Yeah, he wanted to meet with Truman because he thought Truman's like America, man. They're gonna they understand the anti-colonialism stuff. They're gonna want to get with this and everything. And and Truman, of course, I don't have any time for that. Geez, if only the guy would have just,
Yeah. And so there's that part, like the beginning there was really good because it's like you forget. It's like, oh, how did this Vietnam thing happen?
Right.
And the whole the French and we think of the French sitting on the Champs-Élysées, drinking some wine, some champagne. Oh,
oui.
Look at that. No, they were badasses.
Sacre de bleu.
The French were badasses.
Right.
What I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into this. Kind of like how they punished the Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Like, bring me the heads of so and so and so. That was the French that did that.
Yeah.
It wasn't them.
Yeah.
It was the French that were doing that.
We'll just say if you want to know more, tune in.
Yeah, like the French military and then all the mercenaries that they hired and stuff. They were badasses.
Oh yeah.
And they were not doing anyone a favor.
You didn't get into the French Foreign Legion by being a nice guy.
No. No. And it's just for white European colonialism. Hey.
But
this was previous to even the Cold War.
Oh, yeah. This was pre-World War II.
Yeah.
The colonization was really heated up. Before World War II, right after World War II, Indochina, Indochina was actually free for about 6 months and a day.
Yeah.
Until the French decided, no, we want to hold on to it, because after the Japanese left, they were kind of left on their own, and they finally thought, wow, we're going to have our own country. This is going to be great, and here comes the French again.
Right.
And then, it all...
and that wasn't good. Again, these guys were jerks.
Yeah, it gets up to like 58, 59 with Dien Bien Phu, and it all goes downhill from there.
Yeah, it just... And Kennedy.
Yeah.
Well, Eisenhower.
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
They all got us going because we were sending advisors in. Because then it was the Ruskies, the Cold War, the Chinese,
domino theory,
and that's why it was like no, we have to. America's got to get in there because we've
got to put our foot down here.
Can't let the Chinese or the Russians, do anything in there, and that's kind of how that bit of magic happened. And then, of course, after Kennedy was assassinated, Johnson basically picked up everything from Kennedy's administration, including all the civil rights and domestic things, and including Vietnam.
Yes.
And I do remember Johnson not running for president again because Vietnam brought him down.
He got on national TV.
Said, yep.
I'd like to think, well, it would have gone over better if he would have had a hat in the pipe. I will not run. And I will not accept the nomination for your president. That was it. He would have looked cooler with
You know what?
Yeah.
I got to tell you something.
Yeah?
Actually, what you need is some dark shades, but I'm telling you, right now...
Well, I got my other sunglasses, but they're too modern.
You look like a Watergate conspirator.
Ooh.
Come on, man. Ooh. You look like you're hanging out with E. Howard Hunt right now. You're one of the plumbers.
Hey, listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present Jason Allen, one of the Watergate plumbers.
Hey. Pipe down, Woodward and Bernstein. I've got some advice for you.
Your deep throat.
What you need to do is follow the money. There you go. See,
nice.
There. I could pull that off.
Thespian Award.
Thank you.
And now the 2017 October Thespian Award goes to Mr. Jason Allen as a Watergate plumber conspirator.
I'd like to thank the Academy for giving me this great honor. I'd like to thank William F. Buckley for just being a dynamite chap. And I would especially like to say a big thank you to Zsa Zsa Gabor because she is so damn lovely. Good night, everybody.
Two chuckleheads doing voices for 2 hours on the internet.
That's
Nobody wants to see this.
That's like next week's title of the show, right?
Yeah.
Come back.
Making bizarre references to old history.
Right. Hey, you wanted pop culture, you got it, man.
Yeah. Pop culture.
Right.
If you're living in 67.
That's right. We're like a time machine.
Oh, my gosh. So anyway, Newport, Oregon, just a beautiful place. And so what you do is you go and you can buy a ticket, and you can get a ticket for the Undersea Gardens. Isn't that what it's called?
Undersea, yes, it is.
Undersea Gardens.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And then across the street, you walk across the street, Newport, across from the boardwalk.
Right, right.
And what is it? The Wax Museum.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
next to it, Ripley's Believe It or Not. And so you can go get a ticket and go. They like share a building, and you can kind of go through, and you exit through the gift shop.
Always through the gift shop because you know they're gonna sell you stuff.
Banksy reference. Anyway,
That's right. It was a Banksy. Yeah, exit through the gift shop. Yeah.
It's like,
Excellent.
come on, people.
Oh,
it's Friday. Come on.
There you go.
By the way, that's a good documentary.
It is great documentary.
Yeah, watch that.
Yeah. I like
so-
the little mole with the glasses on.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Oh, that's a good one. I like is it the girl with the it's the parking lot and the brick wall. And it's it's pretty cool. It was in Mr. Robot, actually.
Gotcha.
They filmed a scene in Mr. Robot. But anyway, so you can get a ticket for that, or just get a ticket for all three, and then you just kind of do the thing, and you go in and you do the Undersea Garden, and you just go under there. It's kind of like Disneyland 1972. Like I said, there's a giant starfish and an octopus, and then a dude in a tank,
Yeah.
diver, goes in, and they turn down the lights, and they roll a tape, like they get the TIAC.
This is like Jacques Cousteau stuff here going on.
Yeah. Here is the octopus. The octopus changes colors when disturbed. Why is the octopus turning white? The octopus is one of the most intelligent sea creatures. So, yeah. It's like, are you Mr. Hines? I noticed because you had to save the octopus sticker on your Subaru in the parking lot. So then you go across the street.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then there's the Wax Museum and the Ripley's. Now, the Wax Museum is weird. So you go in the Wax Museum, and it's, I don't know, is it Madame Tussauds or what is that?
That's the most famous one, yeah.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, I don't like wax museums because they're too creepy.
I like them because they're creepy.
Yeah.
I like them because they're creepy. Now, here's the thing about the Wax Museum.
But Elvis looks constipated.
They have...
Well, he did die in a pot. So. All right.
So you go in the Wax Museum.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a bunch of mannequins, right?
Kind of.
And they keep the lights down real low. Mm-hmm. So it's creepy.
Yeah.
Because like if the lights were turned way up, you'd go, fake, 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 fake. Totally fake. Totally hairline, totally fake, right?
Right.
So they keep the stuff down really low. And you go in, and there's like, first it's like the 1930s, 1920s, and there's gangsters and stuff.
Capone.
And then there's like W.C. Fields and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they kind of like light it up. There's a Star Trek thing, though. There is a Star Trek thing. It's like in the 1930s, which I guess would make sense because there was that weird episode when they went to the planet.
Piece of the action.
With the gangsters.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
With Bella.
Only you would because it's like, hey, 1930s, Star Trek, transporter, Mr. Spock. Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody was creative. But they don't change it much. It's always the same.
Yeah.
Like in 25 years I've gone there, it's pretty much like same thing. But you still buy the ticket and you still go.
Of course.
Because
it's a rite of passage.
Why not?
Yeah.
Right? And so you go through there, and they got Elvis, and they got like a star search thing, and then they've got this whole diorama to the TV show MASH.
Right.
Hawkeye, and you're like, I'm sure little kids are going through here going, what's this? They're in the tent. It's like Gary Berghoff and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so like could maybe Seinfeld or something? I mean, Friends maybe? Friends? I don't know.
They're Seinfeld with Kramer, they're hanging out.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think they do.
Really?
I think they had like a Kramer or something.
Okay, I'm going to draw the line at Punky Brewster.
I'll have to
If
go.
they do Punky Brewster, I'm out of there.
Yeah, but
I can't do
let's
it.
put it this way. It's like nothing from TV that's not like 25 years old and they haven't changed it.
Wow, look, they have the 8 is enough corner over there. That's cool.
Yeah.
Mork and Mindy.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes. And so you go in there, and I'm just doing this off the top of my head. And then there's like the mummy and stuff. And like if you open, there's a couple doors that you open and people scream at you and go, wah! Right. Because you knew that was coming. And
I did that once. It just turned out that I opened the bathroom door, and that's the screaming part. Yeah.
And then you go, they do have a Lord of the Rings thing, I remember.
Ooh.
Yeah, they have a little Lord of the Rings kind of...
Was it made to scale so Bilbo was like 3 feet high?
Yeah, they kind of put that in there. And then they have, my favorite is they have Bigfoot, Sasquatch.
Yes.
And then they have like this they have that dual mirror cool thing, right? I like those effects. Like it's still like Disneyland kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to think if the Wax Museum has the one with the graveyard, like you see the graveyard and then you go on the other side and there's a dude back there, and then you go back and you look in the graveyard and he's not there, and you go back. It's an optical illusion.
Right.
Mirrors. It's not that complicated, but it's cute. It's cute. It's like you're with the family. It's like
Listen, it's Newport. They're working on a budget, folks.
yeah, it's no big deal. You just got to do it anyway. And so they have that, and then they have the Sasquatch, and then they have the tree, and you go past the tree, and there's D.B. Cooper hanging with the thing in the money. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Holy cow, D.B. Cooper.
Yeah, D.B. Cooper's in there, man.
Oh, I kind of remember Bigfoot, but I don't remember D.B. Cooper hanging from the tree.
He's right in the Bigfoot diorama. I think they're together. I think it's like Sasquatch is over here, and then I think the D.B. Cooper is over here.
Don't tell me Sasquatch ate D.B. Cooper.
I don't know. No, he's like hanging. He's kind of hanging there because you see the tree and then you go past the mirror and then it's like, oh, dude, there's a guy in a parachute hanging the tree and money on the ground.
Wow.
It's real good. And then they go, yes, the American hijacking,
Sasquatch.
never a mystery.
Sasquatch ate D.B. Cooper. Wow.
And then so you go through all this stuff, and again, this stuff hasn't changed in like ever.
Right.
And then you go to the main room. And they have in the main room one like Madame Tussauds, like because these are all kind of mannequins and diorama. They're not like the real wax facsimiles. Like they take the wax and they do like the pores and stuff. Like if you've ever really seen one,
It's a piece of art, man.
it looks like it looks kind of creepy.
Wax sculpting.
And so I don't know. I assume because I don't think Newport updates their stuff very much. But I remember we went in there, and it's Johnny Depp.
Really? Was
sitting in a chair.
21 Jump Street Johnny Depp?
Yeah, I mean, he's got the tattoos and everything.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape Johnny Depp?
Nah, older.
Older, okay.
With the kind of Fu Manchu stash. And he's sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
And you walk up to him, and you look at him. And you stare him in the face. And I did this.
He didn't go boo, did he?
No, but at some point you went, oh, wait a minute. I just creeped myself out.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's the real, like, I don't know if it's Madame Tussauds, but it's the real technique. I mean, that's the one they can only afford one. Right. They just got mannequins and other stuff in there. But the one real wax facsimile to size, the wax, like you look at his arms and stuff and you're like,
damn.
The tattoos on the arms and you're like, it's like you're looking at a cadaver or something.
Yeah, that's... Ooh.
I took pictures of it, and my kid was there.
Gosh, it is the corpse of Johnny Depp.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we better not say that. The way we Karnak and predict things. Brother. Yeah. I've been singing Tom Petty songs all week.
Oh.
But anyway. So, yeah, and it's really creepy, and I had a kid there.
Yeah.
And we were like, and I was like, okay, honey, go over there, and I'll take I had the nice camera. We'll take a picture with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
And she's like,
I don't know if I want
I
to.
don't know. Because it's kind of like, because a wax thing is dead silent.
Right.
But you are kind of waiting for the, hey, how's it going? It's
Right.
like, wow. It's
Over in
really
the corner,
creepy.
there's Rip Taylor going, creepy!
Oh, I think they do have Rip Taylor in there. I think they do.
No wax museum is complete without Rip Taylor.
Yeah, I think they might have Rip Taylor. You know what? We need to do a Coffee with Curmudgeons road trip at some point.
Ooh, a
First
field
of all,
trip.
we need to do our Coffee Curmudgeons Club, which we haven't done yet.
No.
We got to do that.
Yeah.
And then we could do a road trip and go like to Newport and go to like the wax museum and
Yeah,
stuff.
can we call it a field trip though?
Okay.
I like that. It gives it this sort of.
You don't like road trip?
Well, I like road trip, but when I think of road trip, my road trips are usually booze fueled. I end up somewhere with empties, flying out of the car when I get out, and I'm like barfing in a rest area. And next thing you know, I'm in Albuquerque, and I don't know how I got to Albuquerque. I'm like, hey, how do we get to Albuquerque? And then they say, no, it's not Albuquerque. Dang it, you're now down in Weed, California. I said, Weed, California. What in the heck am I doing in Weed, California? He said, because we're going to go down and see a wedding. I said, I have no idea who's getting married. Who's getting married? I don't know them. And then we stayed at a motel that advertises free golf when there's no golf place even near it. I'm like, where's the golf? I mean, you got me here under suspicious circumstances. I want to do that. And then we party late at night with peace pipes, and it all goes down from there.
That was an excellent Johnny Depp movie, by the way.
Thank you.
It really was. Did you have the cigarette
long
with
stem?
the lighter and the
No, we had
aviator glasses?
We actually had a long stem peace pipe.
That's not masculine.
But I remember sitting in the McDonald's there in Weed, California, and I'm sitting there and I'm talking to the guys. Like, how come we're staying at a hotel room that advertises free golf when there's no golf course around? What's going on?
Was Benicio del Toro driving the convertible?
I don't know, but I was expecting some shenanigans on some level.
I think it was Benicio del Toro that was in
know?
Fear and Loathing, Las Vegas.
Yes,
fantastic.
Backcountry.
Yeah,
Right.
which did Johnny Depp.
I love that movie.
Good movie. It's a good.
Love that movie.
Yeah,
man.
good portrayal. Good one. I'm pretty sure that was Benicio del Toro.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, to me, road trip is Crosby and Hope. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Let's sing
the
a song.
road.
We got to this
Yeah.
hotel. Let's sing a song for the people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I read some stuff about Bob Hope. By the way.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
your heroes.
You mean Leslie?
Who are not
That's his real name, by the way, Leslie.
who are not
Yeah.
like go Google Bob Hope and some of the
Yeah, they partied hard.
You know when you type in someone's name in
Mm-hmm.
Google and then it suggests things?
Yes.
Like if you type in Bob Hope and it's like, ooh, oh, ooh, Bob Hope, Satanism, Bob Hope, whoa, hey,
Wow.
wow, it's really great. Well, I gotta go. I got a few ladies in chains in the back, and go golfing.
I'm
going
going to be messaging you later, and it's going to say, Doc, what does Bob Hope have to do with Swedish midget porn?
Oh,
You
no,
know?
see, don't go there.
It's not me, it's Google.
No, apparently
I
he had
didn't
a
go
very
there.
Full
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
outside of the Bob Hope special.
Oh, yeah.
I call this a Bob Hope special.
Right.
Wear this collar.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, this is horrible. This is horrible.
I know.
Oh, Jason, we got an email. The estate of Bob Hope is suing us.
Right.
I'm just saying, just look on the internet. I'm not saying it's true.
No.
I'm just saying the internet has all sorts of interesting things about heroes, celebrities who may have lived a double life.
Yeah.
Hey, Bing, look at this.
One thing I loved about Bob Hope is he would start a complete sentence, right? He's like, last week I went to, and he'd just break off into mumbling, right? Last week I went to the store and I like, what? You know, Bing, when we were playing in the lounge over there at Coconut Grove, we kind of like, what? Anyway. And then there's Bing.
But White Christmas. White Christmas.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
That's a movie.
Yeah.
2 girls, 2 guys.
Right.
Christmas time.
Right.
And I've got a whip.
And I've got a whip. Get into the room, man.
Call him reindeer.
Bing's in the closet. Boom, boom, boom.
Yes, Bing is in the closet.
That's right.
Wearing a fishnet.
Well, stuff happens. I would have loved to seen the Steele dossier on Bing and Bob Hope, man.
Oh my, oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just Google stuff. That's all
Google.
we're talking about. It's not true. It's not
Fun
true. National
with
Enquirer level things. It's not true.
Alexa.
It's really true. I'm telling you.
Who was Bob Hope?
Bob Hope, KBE, KCSG, KSS was an American comedian, vaudevillian, actor, singer, dancer, athlete, and author.
See,
there you go.
She's talking in code, so you know it must be like classified information,
Yeah, yeah.
like really spooky stuff's going on.
So anyway, that's road trip, on the road with Bob and Bing.
What's your favorite road movie? Dorothy Lamour, too, was in that one.
I got to think about that one.
Yeah.
I got to think about that. I mean, Fear and Loathing is a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Would you classify? would you classify? Is it Down and Out in Las Vegas, or what was that movie?
Oh,
With Nicolas
Elizabeth
Cage
Shue
and Elizabeth. Would you classify that as a road
Leaving
movie?
Las Vegas.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Well,
The film.
sort of. It's like
Had a
classifying
sick
My
sense of
Own
humor.
Private Idaho as a road movie.
Ooh. That's actually pretty. Yeah,
There
My
you
Own
go.
Private Idaho.
There
I
you
can
go.
have sick sense of that. I don't know. Road movie.
Road movie.
I think I could think of it later. My brain's not working. So then you go through the gift shop,
Okay, yeah.
and it's like, okay, go through that door, and then Ripley's Believe It or Not. And I was lucky, privileged, as a child,
Yeah.
to at one point go to San Francisco to like the original headquarter Ripley's Believe It or Not museum, like in San Francisco,
Yeah.
which I think is on the wharf, on the
The
waterfront.
mothership, the
Yeah.
criminal, yeah.
Because I mean, it was kind of a San Francisco treat.
Yeah.
Ripley's Believe It or Not, I think.
Get down
They were
Fisherman's Wharf. and-
Yeah, I think it was Fisherman's Wharf. They had the Ripleys, and they had them in different towns, and of course Newport got one.
Yeah.
And you go in there, and they have the guy with the chains,
Ooh.
the guy wearing the chains. That's always the
Mr.
thing.
T?
He's some British guy in the 19th century, and I don't know.
Wearing
His
chains.
wife left him or something. I don't know. And so he just kept making the chain link. And it was like, by the end of his life, the chain link weighed 350 pounds, and he would carry across the streets of London. Believe it or not. I like that guy.
Yeah.
There was a Chinese monk
Ooh.
who had the hole in his head.
What?
Yeah. And so put a candle in it.
One
He was the
with the wax.
yeah, like it's,
Oh.
I don't know what it is, 16th century, something century, right?
Yeah.
And then when he died, they put his body at the crypt, put the candle in, forever
Oh, that's
to shine.
That's ambiance.
Believe it or not. So I had my grandma
Yeah.
when I was growing up had the Ripley's Believe It or Not old, like the magazines and stuff.
Yes.
And as a kid, you're
Yes.
reading this stuff because it's like,
Yeah.
this person could wrap their arms around their neck. Believe it or not,
Yeah.
And you'd be like, wow, because Ripley would travel the universe looking for aliens.
Yeah, he reminded me of kind of like a
Different-
Barnum type guy.
Different Ripley. Yeah,
Yeah.
he would go. He was an adventurer and would go into the darkest wilds of Africa, into the deepest jungles of the Amazon.
When was this, by the way?
Well, let's ask, shall we?
Okay.
Alexa, who was Ripley of Ripley's Believe It or Not? I don't know if that's going to work.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, what is Ripley's Believe It or Not?
Ripley's Believe It or Not, the documentary television series that aired from 1982 to 1986 on the American ABC network.
Okay, well,
There we go.
great. So that doesn't tell us anything. I don't know what his real Eugene or something.
I don't know.
I don't know. You know what?
I always get the I always get the picture now of Ripley. He's he's in the deepest, darkest Africa, and he's going through a rainforest, and he's like, "Excuse me, could you point me to the pygmies?"
Yeah, no, they have pygmies. They have all this crazy stuff. It was just it was totally wrong.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, I think it comes up with the Oregon one.
Yeah, Newport.
I'm trying to I want to know what the guy's name is because we need to look him up, right?
Yeah. You know what I always found that was kind of a rip-off? It was kind of like Ripley's Believe It or Not's poor cousin was That's Incredible. Mm-hmm. And that
Robert Ripley. Okay,
Robert Rip. Ooh, double R.
Alexa, who is Robert Ripley?
Robert Leroy Ripley, December 26, 1893, May 27, 1949, the cartoonist, entrepreneur, and amateur anthropologist who created the world-famous Ripley's Believe It or Not newspaper panel series featuring odd but true facts from around the world.
Odd but true.
I heard all that, but all I can think of is his middle name is Leroy.
Yeah. But he was a cartoonist, right?
Yeah.
So he wrote, that was the whole thing.
That's
he wrote
right.
these panels for newspapers,
right. Yeah.
which, I mean, that's what you read. You read your newspaper. That was your YouTube.
That was your thing.
Your Wikipedia, your internet. You'd get a newspaper. And so on the back pages, here'd be his cartoons about weird things out in the Amazon.
Believe it.
Oh, you know what? And they even had this in Newport. Shrunken heads.
Oh,
dude, shrunken heads.
Oh,
yeah.
we need to get a shrunken head for the.
I think they sell them in the gift shop.
Okay, we got to get one of those.
I wonder if they're real.
A real shrunken head.
Because they're real. Like, no, they have a real shrunken head.
Yeah.
And as you're a kid, you're like, oh, so cool. It's a real shrunken head. And then later as an adult, you're like, that was someone.
Right.
You get that, right?
Right, yeah.
That shrunken head. Like, I think Newport actually has I know in San Francisco they had like a display of shrunken, because it was like, isn't it like the Amazon or something? And he's like, oh yeah, I'll give you some money if you give me some shrunken heads, right? And then I'll draw it and put it in my thing and in my museum.
Right. Yeah, I recognize that shrunken head. That was Mervyn. He was a great guy. He's a shrunken head.
I can't remember. It was like your enemies or something.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Is that it?
Yep.
So you like conquer your enemies and
you'd shrink the head down and there'd be trophies.
Trophies.
Yeah.
Whew, believe it or not. I mean, it's crazy. I like, as a little kid, as a little boy.
Yes.
You just eat this stuff up.
Whippersnapper.
You're just like, oh, wow, shrunken heads. Oh, chains. Hole in his head with a candle.
Hey, as a 48-year-old man, I'm like, hey, shrunken heads. Got to get one.
It was kind of like, better than, because they like Guinness Book of World War, it's like the tallest man.
Yeah.
The littlest woman, right? She was 3 foot high and was in the circus. The bearded women, you know. That sort of thing.
JoJo, the dog-faced boy.
Yeah.
The bullet head guy, and yeah, sure.
Yeah.
P.T. Barnum's
so
kind
they
of
had
sideshow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new thing that they had there, or at least it's been there for 20 years, is this mock-up. Well, maybe it is the actual thing about this dude, and I think it happened in Oregon out here in the Northwest. Mm-hmm. The guy who rigged up the chair with the balloons and then flew around.
They got him, huh?
Yeah, and they actually have. Well, this wasn't like there was a guy down in L.A. who accidentally did it. It was kind of some weird thing, but this was a guy who actually did it for real. Like he had ballast tanks. And he had a plan.
He was serious.
I think it was Bend or somewhere. This guy.
He made it pretty far too.
Yeah, it was like. I'm not doing this isn't the dude with the lawn chair putting the things up like down in LAX. This is actually, I'm doing this for real. And they have like on the video screen, not the flat panel, the video screen with the videotape with the lines in it.
Yeah.
They have like from the TV show of him, okay, we're getting prepared. He's wearing a helmet and everything and he's flying around in the...
It's like Super Dave, you know.
Super Dave.
Remember Super Dave?
Super Dave.
Yeah.
Just saw him in one of the previews for maybe Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's still around, Super Dave.
Wow.
Yep, I think you're gonna be seeing him on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I can dig that.
I did finally watched the first episode.
Gotcha.
I shouldn't watch that. See,
Larry
Larry
David.
David's comedy just rings true for me. It's just like I don't get the comedy. I think that this is that's the kind of person I am.
Yeah.
So then you do that.
Yeah.
And then you go through the gift shop again.
Yeah.
You're getting a theme, right?
Yeah.
Go through the gift shop. Go through the gift shop.
You got to buy stuff after you're done.
Because you get and then they have that. You could get some salt taffy.
Oh, you got to. You're down in Newport. You got to get saltwater taffy.
Right.
It's a must.
Yeah.
In fact, did you know, folks, that if you go down to Newport and you leave the city of Newport, they will pull you over and make sure that you do have saltwater taffy. And if you don't have saltwater taffy, they will ticket you.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah,
Believe it or not.
Yeah, and they have, that's the thing in the video, they have a lot of clips, like a thing, and then a clip from the TV show. It's Jack Palance.
Yeah.
He had a hole in his head, and they stuck a candle in, just like that.
Just like that. See, that worked 20 and 30 years ago, right?
Or not.
That was intense. That was
Well,
intense.
it's Jack Palance, right?
Right. See, that worked 30
You
years
saw
ago, right?
City Slickers,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Curly.
Yeah, Curly.
Yeah, see that worked 30
Jack
years ago.
Palance is
But
great.
today, if he came out today and did it, oh yeah, people would be like, "Dude, what's wrong, bro?"
No, he was intense. He was good. We
He
liked
was
him.
intense,
He was
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
One of his bit roles that I like, the original Tim Burton Batman.
Oh,
He's got a bit. He's like one of the guys.
Yeah, he's a
and
baddie.
Jack comes through and he's like, Jack, how are you doing? He's got like a bourbon in his hand. He's like, oh, And
Yeah.
he's just like a little bit role. But it's just like, it's so Jack Palance.
He's a
It's just
gangster guy, right?
Like,
He's
but
like,
he's just like, so, oh, it's good to see you. And he had just like tried to bump off the Joker.
yeah,
Oh, you're still alive. I mean, he just
Yeah.
all good.
yeah. He kind of surprised me though. That was intense, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jack Palance.
Well, Palance. I would say Palance. Palance.
Jack Palance. Palance? Okay.
Well, he probably would tell you if he were alive. It's Jack. Curly. I gotta watch that City Slickers again.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in years.
I
That's Billy
refuse.
Crystal
Yep.
and,
Bruno Kirby.
Bruno Kirby.
Yeah.
Love me
What's your
some
favorite Bruno Kirby movie? Mine is The Freshman.
Godfather Part 2.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Room 222.
Right.
He was. Look that up. No, Godfather Part 2.
Okay. That's good.
He was
yeah.
Clemenza, I believe.
A young Clemenza.
Young
yeah.
Clemenza.
Yeah, mine was the
Vito Corleone, played by Robert De Niro.
mine was The Freshman. Marlon Brando, Matthew
You know
Broderick.
what? Yeah, you know what? I also like Bruno Kirby. Again, I like bit roles. I like stuff where it's like the person just comes in, does a little bit in a movie, and then they're out. The limo driver in Spinal Tap.
Yes,
That's Bruno Kirby.
Yes.
And he's like talking about Frank Sinatra. Did you read his book? It's like, and they're just like,
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Frank, when you've loved and lost like Frank has, they don't understand. They're from a different
Bada
generation.
boom, bada bing.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Bruno Kirby. I love Bruno Kirby.
Yeah,
Bruno
good
Kirby
actor.
still around? I'm not gonna ask. I hate bringing up celebrities right now.
And then Daniel,
on the you were not gonna talk about rock and roll because
And then the third guy, Daniel.
Yes, Daniel. What's his name?
I can't
That's what I can
remember his
remember. But he's
Tall guy.
He's like the Wonder Years guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a narrator. That guy. Go watch it. Maybe it's on
What
Netflix.
would you do
Maybe
if
so.
I sang out of tune? And that's the opening song for the Wonder Years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember
Well,
that.
Joe Cocker, man. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. It's their opening theme.
That's a Fred.
Sure.
Fred Savage. Fred, whatever.
Fred Savage. And you looked at me like I was insane.
Yeah. No, it was like what?
Yeah, no, that's the opening
I
theme.
watched it. I mean, it's an old show. I think I watched it back in the day.
Fred Savage.
Excuse me. Just had a Fred Savage.
Fred Savage moment.
So if you're into seafood, like a lot of people are, which I'm not now because I don't eat the animals.
I don't eat the animals.
But if you were inclined, and well, I did eat the animals in the past, Newport is your place to go.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's fresh catch down there.
Moe's. The clam chowder.
There's a couple other places. There's like a local catch or something like that. But here's the thing. The on the boardwalk, there's a bay.
On the boardwalk.
And so along with the Ripley's and the Wax Museum and the tourist attractions, there's actually the places where the boats are coming in with the shrimp.
Yeah.
And the whatever else they're doing. And one time...
That's right. And they have those little mini canneries there where you can actually get literally the fresh stuff right off the boat. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a place. This is a pro tip.
Pro tip.
Newport. Sometimes, or in the past, they used to close for the winter.
Yeah.
So stuff does close up down there. But it's okay. You can get a good deal on a hotel or a place to stay because it's off season, it's winter, and it's stormy. I like the stormy coast.
Stormy weather.
You know, it's kind of different. There's not like if you go down in the summer, it's like it's going to be tourists like.
It's like seaside. Forget about it.
Yeah, last time I went there, it was like in the summertime, and it's packed. There's tons of people there. Yeah. But if you go down there and get off season, some stuff is closed. You just got to deal with that.
Yeah. But you can still get your saltwater taffy because that's all year round.
Right. I mean, there's still stuff open. Yeah. Maybe not everything's open.
No.
But there's a restaurant on the boardwalk, like out on a dock, like looks out in the bay.
Yeah.
So they've got a view, and they're still there. Last time I was there, it's called Saffron Salmon. One of the best restaurants in Oregon. And here's the thing: last time I was there, I'm vegan. At this point, right? I'm not eating the seafood or anything, but they have good stuff.
Sure.
And I said, this place is really good, someone was like, oh, I like crab cakes. And crab cakes are always really hard to do. I was like, get them here. If you like them and you want them, get them here.
Right.
Trust me, they'll do it right. They do everything right. They do like the little shoestring French fries.
Yeah. Julienne or whatever.
Well, they had a portobello, and I usually don't like this, but a portobello burger sandwich thing.
Wow.
For the vegans in you.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Truly one of the best restaurants in Oregon. And it's a small place, and it's kind of like off the corner. And we're talking, Newport's got some really nice places out there now.
Yeah.
But that's a good place.
Excellent.
So go out there. And do you want the recommendations where to stay?
There you go.
2. The Embarcadero.
Okay. Yes. Uh-huh.
This is around. Now this is kind of out. So Newport, there's a city area in Newport, a town.
Yeah.
There's a Fred Meyer, and there's a Safeway,
right.
and there's a liquor store, and then there's an Alpine Hut. There, where you get your waffles and stuff.
Sure.
And gas stations and all those things, and kites and tattoo parlors and all that other stuff. And then a beach, Nye Beach. But then you go down to the bay.
Right.
And there's a beautiful bridge that goes over the bay, which goes to the big aquariums. But you go down to the bay, and this is where the boardwalk is, the bay where all the Ripley's and all that, and it's like all these tourist things. Yeah. So around the bay is a place called the Embarcadero. Ooh. You can stay there, and all the rooms kind of have a view out to the bay. I think mostly, right? So there's your ocean, very very just like really peaceful, and then you can go out there, and the restaurant used to be good there too. And one time, I woke up, I wasn't sleeping. The kid was like, I don't know. Not even 1 year old. You know how you do that parenting thing?
Oh,
you ain't sleeping.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, you're waking up at 4 a.m. and you're just like,
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I did.
And so I woke up and I was like, well, I got to get some coffee or something.
Yeah.
So I just took I woke up and I took a morning stroll right around the bay on the boardwalk. And it was excellent. And it was so early there was no coffee shop open. I'm like, where's the coffee? When you walk on the boardwalk in the bay in Newport, this is kind of sad, okay?
Okay.
But there's a sort of circle of life rejuvenation because you're out there in the water and stuff. They basically have memorials to all the fishermen crews who had been lost at sea.
Could be a little melancholy. You're down there.
But it's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's not like so depressing because you're out in the ocean, right? But as you're walking along, there's all the ship and the crew names, and there's a lot of them. And it's quite an experience. And you're walking along, and as you get around the Embarcadero and you get around, and that's where a lot of the fishing boats, they got like crab pots.
Yeah.
A lot of crab out there, the Dungeness crab.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, on parts of the boardwalk, you can go out, get a crab pot, throw it in.
Yeah, they rent them.
And crab. So, but you walk around there, and it's just, and I walked around there, and then, I don't know how long it was. I'm a walker, so it doesn't bother me. Half mile, 3/4 of a mile, maybe. It was a walk, but it was so cool and peaceful and interesting. I just walked along, and then I got to the boardwalk area. I got to the area where they're bringing in, and I sat down, and here I watched this big fishing boat coming in from the catch, right?
Yeah.
And they come in, bringing it in, burp, burp. The crew parking it up, and then doing the processing.
Yeah.
Fish flying out and stuff.
Yeah.
This probably isn't too friendly to my vegan friends, but it's
Yeah.
it's life. I mean, I've never been much of I like the ocean, but I've never been much of an ocean kind of a person. But I've had a fascination with the fishermen, right?
Right.
The people who go out there.
Yep.
Like the dangerous catch, right?
Right.
There's a whole show about how dangerous.
Yeah. And these guys do it every day. They just get out there and.
Yeah. But you got to have something. It's you have something in your soul, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's like ingrained in you. Like, I think once you're a fisherman, always a fisherman.
I don't think so, yeah.
I mean, you're a fisherman. I don't think then you go and go, I'll be a farmer now.
Right.
No, it's like, no, I'm a fisherman.
Well, that's why, that's why in the old days, people were attracted to the sea and they went off and became sailors and stuff. And they were just drawn to
the sea,
yeah.
Right? And even taking those risks. And all that. Not that you go out there and you want to, but I think
part
you
of it.
Kind of know when you're going out on a ship. I mean, it's like here's the stuff on the boardwalk. It's like, hey, this could be risky.
Yeah.
That's
why they pay so good because there's a little risk involved in it.
Well, I knew like young kids who'd go up to Alaska.
Yeah.
And work the catch. Mm-hmm. Come down with. And they pay cash or something. Yeah. It's just like you got like $10,000. You're walking around. I get $10,000 right here, or whatever. Some crazy amount.
Yeah.
And then it's like you don't have to work for a while. You're just like, okay, now I'm gonna hang out.
Right out in the Bering Strait,
or go to school or something. I don't know. So it was like,
yeah,
I don't know, Jason. We missed out, man. We couldn't be captains on our own ship. Jason, set the sail. Oh. That's not a captain.
Oh, that's right.
Who's your favorite captain?
Oh.
I know mine.
There's tons of them. There's Captain Stubing.
That's a good one.
There's Captain Bligh.
Yeah.
Captain Kidd.
You're missing one, though.
Captain Kirk.
Captain and Tennille. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Love will keep us together, baby.
Right. Anyone who can throw down a mean version of Muskrat Love gets my vote, too. That's
the captain's hat.
Yeah.
Muskrat Love. Just behind the piano with the captain's hat.
Right.
Daryl.
What's his name?
Dacus.
He's the captain.
Yeah. Captain.
Captain Hawk.
Favorite. Because, I mean, everyone's going to love a captain who wears a captain hat, can get behind the piano and just, love will keep us together.
All right. My top 3 captains. Not in order.
Captain, my captain.
Captain Crunch. Love Captain Crunch.
Yep.
Captain Stubing.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Kirk. Gotta have the Shat in there, man. Shatner's there. The Shat. Nothing is complete without the Shat.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta do it. It's not all in order because I do love me some Captain Crunch. So
I think Stubing. That's a good one.
Captain Stubing.
I mean, because how could you not dig being the captain of the Love Boat?
Right.
I just set sail for adventure and some love.
Right, find new romance. You got Gopher, you got Isaac. You know, Isaac's behind
And special guest stars.
Yeah. Joe Whelan as, Captain's niece.
Bob Hope.
Well.
Can you check me into the leather room, please? He's coming with the whips and chains.
Yeah. I hear there's some shenanigans going down on the Lido desk. Bring out the ball gag.
We could reboot. Have they ever rebooted the Love Boat?
I think they tried, and it lasted for like 2 episodes, and it just kind of...
It was like the same cast, though, right?
No, it's all updated and everything.
Well, in today's world, like what they're doing with Star Trek and everything, like everything now is like Battlestar Galactica. Look, if you reboot something,
yes,
first thing you got to do, make it dark.
Oh, we got to make it dark,
right?
Yeah.
So I mean, the Love Boat's like it's white, it's fancy. So no, it's dark,
right?
And so you'd have to have love and adventure, and maybe like emphasis on adventure.
That's right.
Know?
And, just like the song says, and love doesn't have to hurt anymore.
Oh, no, it would hurt. In the rebooted version, love's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot, okay?
That's right.
You're safe where it is.
Cue the Nazareth.
9-iron. Jeez, what is wrong with me?
Cue the 9-iron.
Are there FCC rules for the internet? Because these guys got to get on.
Brings new meaning to the word poop deck.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
No.
It's not me. It's not me. It's Bob Hope.
Are you kidding me?
Channeled by Inner Hope.
No.
Sorry.
Would be dark though.
But it's dark, right?
It's very dark.
See? Not that dark.
Isaac would be the bar.
Oh yeah.
Would be completely a bar fly. Like the regulars would be there. Just chain smoking, just like with the hair falling out, and Isaac.
Right.
You want another one? Yeah. Love Boat. It would be like the aftermath of the Love Boat. It would be the reboot. Like, well, where is the Love Boat now? And it's like it's owned by, some dilapidated,
right.
Farflight cruise. Look,
Frank's Cruises.
How much did you pay for the cruise? $100. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Instead of Duffy's Tavern, it's Duffy's Cruises, right?
Yeah. Drinks are $4. You want another vodka? You want another Monarch vodka?
It's Monarch. That's right. We got Hood River vodka just for you.
Yeah. Where are we going? We really don't go anywhere. We just stay docked.
That's right.
We just come into the bar and dance.
You see that thing out there? It's called an ocean. We go out there. Okay, that's cool.
It just stays permanently docked. They have like a disco
dry docked.
Yeah. And the bar.
Yeah.
And so you'd go there. You
Yeah.
pay a cover. Ladies' night.
Yeah.
Singles night.
Yeah.
Well drinks $4.
Yeah.
and then the dance club.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hasn't changed since about 1981.
No,
so
it's got shag carpeting.
It's got and stains.
And stains.
And the ball that goes around.
You gotta have disco ball. Yeah.
And the flashes.
Yeah.
And the really bad lighting.
It's like a Studio 54 on the waves.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get the
but in
village people going on.
2017.
Yeah.
So you can imagine it's a little shaggy.
Well, it's a little long in the tooth by the time. I mean, the pillars are peeling. The ice sculpture is just a big cube at this point. They're not trying.
I really don't want to go here.
The shrimp cocktail is just, canned shrimp and ketchup. I mean, that's what they're doing, The buffet's rice-a-roni and Slim Jims and hot dogs. They got Bar S. Frank's. I didn't make this up. It's the cook. It's his fault. Blame him, They got beans and Franks there. Oh, okay, I'll have some beans and Franks. We're on the high seas.
Exactly.
Plus, when I hurl later, it's going to be, colorful.
Yeah.
So,
this would be the Love Boat 27.
Right. We can't afford, like, A-list.
2017.
Right. We can't afford, like, A-list guys to do, like, the entertainment. So we're, like, having to do, like, I don't know. I mean, who are we gonna get? Who's like could we get on such a tight budget?
Boy, I don't even know.
Maybe like Eric Carmen.
Oh,
You know, hungry eyes. And the best, like,
all by myself.
yeah, all by myself. And then we have like a really, really bad Neil Diamond impersonator too.
Yes.
We'll call him like Diamonds in the Rough. What do you think about that? And then we couldn't afford the whole group, so we just the village person.
I was just thinking, what isn't there like a
Yeah.
Okay, so bad. Isn't there just like a midget Kiss band?
Little Kiss. I almost
Little
saw
Kiss.
them. I almost went to go see them.
They
Wife wouldn't let me.
playing there. Little Kiss.
Yeah, Little Kiss. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Oh man.
And I think
So
she was
bad.
in the originals, but I think we can get her. We'll put it out there. But I think Charo could.
Charo?
Yeah. Of course, she's 90, so when she shakes it, she has to do it on the walker. But that's all right. You know, she's still trying.
Alexa, how old is Charo?
Charo is 76 years old.
See?
76. There you
See?
go. 76.
She
it's the
does
new
have
40.
she does have the moves like Jagger because she's as old as Mick Jagger is.
Yeah.
So it's cool. We're there. We can get Charo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, I just oh no, you can smoke here because we're offshore.
Maybe Flock of Seagulls. You think we can get them?
Yeah.
And I ran. And then, like, we put the little thing revolving until they all get, like, really...
Very heavy.
Well, they're sweating a lot.
and bald, right? It's
Right.
like put the wig on.
And it's them and the village person at the end of
The
the night.
village person.
Yeah, it's pretty
Tonight,
good.
yeah. Ladies'
Yeah.
night with the Indian. The cop,
Yeah, and then it turns in, like, what...
Featuring your DJ Master of Ceremonies, the cop.
The cop, right. And welcome to the Y, and it stops there because there's no more people to do it.
Well, because they
Welcome
have
to
to
the
get
Y.
the drunk bar hounds.
Yeah, you got them to help
Okay,
out.
you got to stand here. Y M.
Yeah, and but it all ends up bad too because the drunk people they like get like I want to be the Indian, damn it, and then next thing you know they're barfing on stuff.
Oh my
It's just,
god! Oh, this is wonderful.
the Love Boat.
Dark.
We're trying to make people's fantasies
Well-
come true. That's what we should do.
Well,
Open our own fantasy island.
well, okay.
I want a white suit.
So I was thinking, well, yeah.
I'll stand next to you and just
Let
the
me-
plane.
Let me put it this
I'll
way.
do it.
The Love Boat and Fantasy Island are
Yeah.
both private clubs.
Oh.
If you get my point. If you get my drift.
Yeah, I get. But
There was... we have stories.
Yeah.
Jason and I.
yeah, there's
Not
stories.
together. I mean, we were
No,
standing well apart. But
Yeah. But there's an island, and there was fantasies going on there. That's what
Yeah,
I'll say that. And
Are those people naked in that hot tub?
something's floating, and it isn't. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyway, hey, listen, I will stand
What
next
goes
to you.
on in that room?
Right. Hey, they look like they're having fun. Move along, What's he doing with peanut butter?
And I didn't see one damn velvet rope.
No! No, you deny. You deny. I just saw a bunch of ball gags and people,
Oh, you crazy guys back in the Anarchy Radio days.
Well, someone had to do it.
Yeah, you did it.
Oh, my
boy,
goodness,
did
we
you do
did. We did it. So good, we did it again and then
Yeah.
again.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I had to go just because curiosity was like, no, I'm going. I
Yeah.
gotta see.
It was one of my. We're sitting there and we take a break, right? We take a break, and I say, "Hey, where'd Doc go?" And then someone over, and I'll never forget this. It's great. I'm like, "Hey, where did Doc go?" And then someone over my shoulder goes, "I think he's down in the dungeon." I'm like, "Oh crap!" And so I went to one of the guys. I said, "We got to rescue Doc right now. He may have set up a flare. We may need to, And it turned out you were running the dungeon. Who knew?
I was just down there channeling my inner Bob home. Yeah. Is this a dungeon? I'm feeling home.
I go walking through there, and I say, "Doc, you all right?" And you turn around and say, "Hey, what are these straps for?"
Your safe word is 9-iron.
Right.
Yeah. Oh.
Pinch before you lose consciousness.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
The show is fair use, sarcasm,
Yes.
under free speech.
Parody, folks.
Parody?
Parody. Today's word is parody.
Oh, man, I don't even know what's good. Like I said, I've been so busy. So that's Newport.
That's Newport.
And highly recommend it. So,
I do too.
love that place. I mean, see, just talking about it right now,
Makes you want to go
I
down
want
there.
to go this weekend,
Yeah.
but I can't.
Yeah.
But I want to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see what's going on in the news now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. What do we got? Well,
Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my!
I showed this to you earlier. Puerto Rico's governor says, let's talk, after Elon Musk says Tesla
Yeah,
can
what's that?
rebuild the electric grid.
What's that? So Elon Musk,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, a guy who's just not shy about the press. No, look, Elon Musk. He's the Tony Stark of our world, right? Mm-hmm. Right? He's Rocket Man. He's a Iron Man.
Yes.
Iron
Tony
whatever.
Stark, yep.
Tony Stark, right? That's what Elon Musk is.
That's what he do.
He's just doing Tony Stark stuff.
Yeah.
And we need a Tony Stark or two. in
More
the
than
world.
ever do we
More
need it.
than thank you. More than ever. I mean, it's like, I want to go to Mars. We're going to make big rocket ships and stuff. It's like, cool. Something to look forward to. Mm-hmm. Especially my one-way ticket to Mars, because I ain't coming back, folks. Nope. But yeah, so what's the deal? What's the story here? Elon Musk
Yes.
told Puerto Rico what?
That he could rebuild their electrical grid and do it faster, cheaper, and better.
Interesting.
And he said he's more than willing to put his money where his mouth is, and the governor says that they will be talking about coming up with a plan.
Well, that's interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Then you got the government that gets involved in that, and then it's like, and that's the thing that Elon Musk has done really well. He has been able to do his things, and he's been able to navigate the government. One of the big breakthroughs for SpaceX was getting that government contract,
Yeah.
the Air Force.
Yeah.
And the thing is people. I listen to some space kind of podcast. I read the space. I read this.
Right. Yeah.
And this is one guy. He's got a blog and he's got a podcast, and he just is convinced that NASA's never going to get off the ground with their SLS and
No. Yeah.
they got the Orion. It takes forever and a day, which I listened to a very interesting thing about space and safety and the way NASA does things
Right.
versus commercialization.
Right.
But for years, everyone was like, "You got to commercialize it. You got to make it. You got to make it so Elon Musk can come along and make rockets and."
Yeah, but with NASA, it's all about control. They want to
Yeah.
be the sole monopoly on it, and they don't like the fact that Elon Musk and them or SpaceX is doing their thing. I think it's a breath of fresh air. I think it's
Yeah.
innovation. I think
It's the whole space program has been big government contract,
Right.
military industrial, because
yeah.
folks, the reason we went to the moon, the reason we went to space, sure, we wanted to get there first, the Ruskies, but it was really a defense initiative. Mm-hmm. Because all that rocket innovation
Yep.
was for ICBMs.
Yeah.
To learn more. And also, the whole space race kicked off with Sputnik. The Ruskies got the little satellite up there, and the United States went, oh, crap. So they could put stuff up there and weapons and all sorts of stuff. So we better get our butts together and get this done. And they were
right.
worried that then who got to the moon first to put the flag in and,
Right.
and take the moon over.
Right.
A moon base for
Right. It all may
strategic
sound
purposes.
it all may sound quaint today, but back then, man, that was a big deal. We needed to get there. We needed to put our stamp on the moon, and
I told you, we talked about this. There's a show on Netflix, a documentary called Mission Control.
yes,
And it's all about NASA.
Yes.
It's all about the people behind the scenes who made it happen.
yeah,
And highly recommended.
Excellent.
Because it tells you how much, it's like something like 500,000 people were involved in the space program.
yeah, huge. Mm-hmm.
And it was a blank check. Because Kennedy said, by the end of this decade,
we don't choose to do it because it's easy. We choose to do it because
we will
it's hot.
send a man to the moon, right?
Yeah.
And a decade.
Yeah.
We did that in a decade.
Yeah.
And he said that when we could barely get the rocket up into orbit.
Yeah, and look at all the failures, the Mercuries and the Geminis and everything that.
Oh yeah.
A lot of successes.
Too.
A lot of successes, yeah.
And the interesting thing is something that people don't know. When we first did the Apollo, like the first one to go, I think it was 8. And it was the first time human beings had actually orbited, or first time humans ever set eyes on the dark side of the moon.
Yes.
The lander, the moon lander itself, wasn't even ready yet. It was so fouled up. They were like, we got to get this done, folks.
Right.
I mean, it just was amazing achievement by people. Of course, government money. It flowed.
Yeah.
It was like, you will get this done.
Yeah, and a lot of,
But we don't have anything like that anymore.
No.
And fine, it was also the contractors, the people who built the stuff, Grumman, Boeing, Northrop, they're all like military. They build the military stuff,
Boeing,
but they build the rockets. They built the civilian space program too. Yeah. So we got but we don't have anything like that now.
No, we don't. We
should benefit. We should have some benefit from all of that spending.
Yeah, well, look at all the
achievable things.
Right.
We should have stuff that actually we go, okay, like how long have we been talking about going to Mars? Who's talking about going to Mars? Elon Musk.
Yeah, the only other one who tried was W. Remember, he wanted to go there by 2030, and they pretty much laughed at him and canned it right there. But I think it's just a vision. No one has any vision anymore. No one is that Kennedy who said, "Listen, we're going to do it. Not only am I saying it, but we're going to do it."
We do not have a space vehicle right now.
We have none. We're depending on the Europeans and the Russians.
And I'm talking about a space vehicle that can take people up to orbit and back. We don't got one.
Nope.
We shut down the shuttle.
Yep.
That was what we had. NASA's working on this Orion capsule, and they're giving updates, and that's been going on for quite some time.
Yeah.
And it looks like the Apollo thing.
Yeah.
Now, Elon Musk has the Dragon.
And reusable.
And the Dragon's been doing stuff, but it's cargo ship. Mm-hmm. But he's getting ready to qualify that for people. So by the time the Dragon's ready to go, maybe the Orion's ready to go too. And then Boeing's got one too, I think. Someone else has one, Lockheed or Boeing, or there's another one out there. Right. But we don't have anything.
Nope.
The Soyuz is the ship of choice to go out into space right now.
Yeah, we got to piggyback with the European Space Agency or the Russians.
Yeah.
I mean, we got
Roscosmos or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Roscosmos.
Yeah, the Soyuz rockets, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, why is that? Well, the Soyuz is the most successful running spacecraft ever, arguably probably one of the most successful machines of all time. I mean, this is something that was developed in the early, or in the 60s. I mean, it went through renovations, but it's as if we wouldn't have canceled the Apollo. Like, we built the space shuttle, but still had the Apollo, but we totally shut it down, and now we're just going to do a space shuttle.
Yep. Sad. There's no vision. There's no leadership, no vision.
Yeah.
And think of how beyond the hardware of it, and that does have a component too. But think of all the technology that was born out of this, out of the moon missions and stuff. The digital technologies
like Tang,
friggin' Tang. Right? And, I mean, everything was...
That stuff is horrible, too.
It's not
Can you
very
believe
good.
that? Like, as a kid, it's like, no, I want Tang. I don't want orange juice. I want Tang with the astronauts.
It tastes like stale orange pop, right?
Oh, it's awful. I mean, it's just like, ooh. Right? But you're a kid. You don't care.
Yeah, you didn't care. You wanted your Tang in a bowl of Wheaties, man.
Yeah,
it was
your
gonna be a
brother's
good
eating
day.
dog poop. What the heck?
Right.
I mean, what do you care?
Right. That's not almond roca, kid. That's stuff in the cat dish. No, stop it. Sorry.
That popsicle's still good, right? If I pick off all the dirt
Right. That's not a pop. Anyway.
Because you didn't let it go to waste, right? It was like, well, I could eat around that.
It's a 5-minute rule.
Right? Well, no. When you were a kid and you were on your bike and you're like, got the suckers and stuff, and then it would fall in the dirt and you pick it up, right? Yeah, and it was encrusted in dirt.
Yeah.
Some kids were like, well, you're not going to throw that away, right?
Right.
Because that's good eating there.
Yeah, you're just flicking off the gravel and the bark dust. That's cool.
Wash it down with a little glue.
Right. Barely touch the ground. Don't worry about that, kid.
Oh, my word. What a bunch of disgusting pigs humans are.
Yeah.
Especially as children.
Humans. We suck.
Oh. Yeah, so, I mean, we don't have anything. We don't have any, like, big goals. And Musk is, like, the only guy out there going, hey, electric cars.
Yeah, this can be done. Space,
things. Now, Mars is pretty difficult. Like, it's real difficult.
It is.
We aren't going to go there anytime soon. But you have to, like they did with the Apollo, take the baby steps. Like someone was saying that the biggest mistake that we made in the NASA space program is not setting up some sort of base, even just some sort of basic thing on the moon.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been just like a temporary thing or whatever.
Like a pup tent, pitch pup tent up there. It's cool.
Yeah. So, well, there's this... if you want to talk in space,
right, hold on.
There's this company called Bigelow.
Yeah, it's Bob Bigelow.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Sure. Great T. No, different company, Bigelow. Right. The guy, he was
eccentric billionaire, Bob Bigelow.
Yes, you know him. Mm-hmm. He, hotels, banking, Wall Street billionaire.
Yeah.
So he, like Elon Musk, he likes the space stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing something completely different. I don't think they're doing rockets or anything, but they're doing these like little space stations or little ideas. Maybe we could put this on the moon. And what it is, it's inflatable. You talk about a pup tent. That's what the Bigelow is, the pup tent in space. Mm-hmm. They got one out there on the space station right now. They've been testing it. So they flew one up there. It's been up there for a year, 2 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And NASA just said that they want to extend the mission. It's hooked to the space station, and they're done doing whatever the plan was.
Yeah.
And now apparently the news is NASA's like, hey, we want to keep this thing hooked on here and do stuff. They're using it to store cargo and all that.
Nice.
But the idea is that, because in space is different from, here.
Yeah.
Different things. You're more worried about radiation and things like that,
right? Yeah.
As opposed to storms and wind and things like that,
right?
Maybe solar wind.
Yeah, you're worried about flying debris and radiation.
That's a different thing.
Yeah.
So the idea is that these inflatable, these kind of semi could really, people could use these.
Yeah.
And you could put them on the moon.
Sure.
Rather than building rigid things, you don't need that.
No.
So they're doing stuff like that, and here's the thing. So on the space station, it's big.
Oh yeah,
and it was built for, I don't know, 12, a lot of different people.
Sure.
They can only have a total of 6 people on that space station, and I think they are now actually bringing it back up to 6. Reason is you need lifeboats. In case something happens on the space station and you got to scuttle, you got to get out of there.
They had kind of a hair-raising experience a couple of years ago where air was running out up there, and it was getting down. It was getting down to like the Hail Mary time.
They've had smoke and fire. I mean, they have
right,
a whole,
that fire.
But it's sophisticated. They have a fire suppression system. They've got routines. I mean, there's things that happen in space, and you're in space. Bad things can happen. But the whole thing is, if the air runs, something tragic happens, like gravity or something, right? Smash, George Clooney, Sandra Bullock, something happens. Yeah, Bob Hope's up there. Bob Hope's up there.
Yeah, I'm on the moon. Yeah, sure. Reel me back in. Sure.
But if something happened on the space station,
yes,
you want all the astronauts and cosmonauts and stuff to leave.
Right.
So they have docked to the space station every time, and go up to YouTube. There's tons of awesome videos and stuff, and you can see. There was the Eclipse video from the space station. Well, they have the Soyuz capsules there, and they have 2 of them. They always have 2 of them, right? And they can take 3 people each. So you can only have a total of 6 people on this thing. It's totally waste. Because originally there was an idea to have the shuttle, which could take a total of 7 people. They could do this. So there's not a good escape plan.
No.
And so, some of this is maybe we can get some vehicles and, you got them parked up there so you could take off if you had to leave and get more people on the space station. So with this Bigelow thing, is they're like, well, what if you got this thing for humans and they could escape in that and wait until, spacecraft comes to get you or something.
Right.
I mean, that was proposed like in the 70s and 80s, but I don't know.
Yeah, who knows what's going on there?
Space.
The final frontier.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, we're not going to be here next week until like maybe Friday.
Right, yeah.
Like, you're not going to see us until next Friday.
No, sure.
We're not prepared.
No turning left either, right? Because you're still going on Wednesday. Yeah, sure. So.
Yeah.
I was thinking about recording an audio, like a podcast, and I'll put it out there. Maybe put it up on our audio channel. That way, people who want to tune in, they can hear an audio thing. Sure.
Exactly.
Sure. That'll be like an hour of me doing Bob Hope. And today's news.
Oh yeah, I don't even want to get into what's going on in the. I mean, we had the news. Yeah. It's kind of quieted down, but there's like more things that are blowing up, and
Well, we can talk about some stuff you missed, and that is unbeknownst to everybody. It turns out that Mueller did talk to Christopher Steele over the summer of the Steele dossier, and then even the Senate, when they came out and said, we don't know, we're leaving it open because we can't fully corroborate everything, but then they let slip the fact, we did. There's a lot of stuff in the dossier that sure it kind of checked out, sure, and
it's just
so that's what's going on there. Also, Moron Gate is hitting a fever pitch. For those of you who didn't see this coming,
well, that was
Rex Tillerson.
I don't know. Yeah, so we were talking about doing a Karnak,
Yes.
As will Rex Tillerson stay in the role of Secretary of State?
He's gone by Christmas.
You decide. Yeah,
right.
Which I don't know. I've kind of seen him as one of the kind of adults in the regime, I want to say. I mean, I don't. Yeah. I mean, I know he's a big oil guy and all that, but so the story was.
Yeah.
The story was, and I that's the rumor, and NBC. Oh, by the way, Chris Matthews, what a horrible. I can't stand that guy. I cannot stand Chris Matthews. Go away.
MSNBC. I kind of like him.
I hate him.
He's cranky.
I hate him. I hate Chris Matthews. He's a moron. He's a moron. Yeah. You know what? You know who the guy that I liked?
Okay.
Tim Russert.
Russert was cool.
Tim Russert Potato.
I also like Chuck Todd. Guy Meet the Press. I like him.
I could take him.
Maddow's all right.
I
can't stand O'Donnell.
Can't stand any of them.
Chris Hayes.
Here's the thing. It's like I
kind of like Chris Matthews.
I think the news is all CBS. Oh God, they're all awful.
They're not the only.
They just take it like a bone. And here's the thing. Oh, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. Look at all the terrible things that Google and Facebook are doing to you people, stirring up the trouble. As if we're just sitting here at NBC and CBS and not stirring up the trouble with our news reports at all. Yeah, right. Uh-huh. You gotta be an active viewer, an active reader. You need to read between the lines.
Yeah.
Anything that comes out of those news organizations, you have to read between the lines too. It's not but Russert was good.
I like Russert, but I think more on Gate.
Dropped dead like before his show.
Right.
I mean, literally.
Right. Next thing you know, he's a wax sculptor down in Newport.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, it was sad, but I mean, he was like, he was a guy you could watch. and he seemed like kind of like,
Yeah.
you know.
I liked him. I like Gwen Eiffel.
Yes. Well, they're not around anymore.
No.
Yeah, I like Gwen Eiffel too. But still.
No,
anyway.
the Moron Gate, though,
I don't know.
it is more than... It turns out now there are 4 or 5 other...
Yeah.
Politico said they backed it up, said, yeah, they have their own
Here's the
independent
thing.
sources.
At the end of the day, so what?
Well...
No. At the end of the day, so what? Like, if you're in a business and you're working, you're doing this stuff,
Yeah.
you might go, that guy's a moron. Okay, well, let's talk it out. This happens all the time in offices and stuff. All right? Now, given that it's this particular president
Yeah.
and his kind of outlook on life,
Yeah.
that makes it more of a story.
Well,
because,
yeah, but, I mean,
you know.
if we think back to any other president... I mean, if someone called W a moron, let's say one of his cabinet guys, he would be gone the same
Every other day.
Yeah, but that was just Condoleezza, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of heavy stuff going on in the world, and this
Sure.
is like, But anyway, the supposed story is that, when he gave that Boy Scout speech, the Boy Scouts, Tillerson was formerly the head of the Boy Scouts.
Eagle Scout
And
guy.
that's what he went. And that's when he kind of flew off the handle. He's like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah, and I guess what happened
giving
was
that speech to my Boy Scouts.
yeah, there was a
My Boy Scouts. You giving that speech to my Boy Scouts?
to my boys. You don't do that to
how
my
you
boys.
give that to my Boy Scouts? Anyway.
Yeah, evidently some meeting over, I think, Iran. Or something like that, and at the very end, I guess
Well-
Trump didn't know anything. In fact, they said they had to actually point to a map and point where Afghanistan was for him. And I guess on the way out, he
I
just
don't know.
Hey,
Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, prove it. I mean, who knows? And whatever. I mean, there's, like I said, there's big things going on in the world.
Yeah.
Big, tough issues. I mean, it's not to say I don't think it's getting done.
no.
I mean, it's not getting done, and it's not going to get done.
No.
So, my Karnak prediction is
Yeah.
may not last.
Yeah,
Folks.
he's gone by Christmas.
Who? Tillerson?
No,
or
I'm just
the
leaving
president?
it. No, I'm just leaving
Yeah,
it blank.
Exactly.
They're gone by Christmas. Notice I said the word there. There,
Mr.
gone by-
Religious Boy
Gone by Christmas.
won't have a meeting with a woman
Pence.
without his wife there.
Yes.
I've lust in my heart.
Lust in my heart.
Man.
That was Carter who said that.
That was
right?
Carter
Yeah.
in the Playboy interview.
Yeah, and then there's Pence. So he won't have dinner with a woman that's not his wife because
Yeah.
he may have lustful urges.
I don't know. It's like, dude, really? Is this 1950 or is this 2017?
Yeah, but I've always found, at least when Washington is concerned, the more someone says they're upright, that means really the more bent they are. Something comes out that,
I mean, it's.
he did what with kangaroos? Oh my gosh!
I mean,
I don't.
we have this attorney general.
Oh, you mean
That's-
Jefferson Beauregard Sessions?
If there's one person in this administration that I'd like to see gone and quickly,
Oh, Sessions, yeah.
one of the most horrible politicians that's been. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, no, not. But I mean, there's been plenty horrible people.
Jeez.
But what I'm saying is it's like he wasn't good before, and he's not good now.
No, he's like the 21st century of Strom Thurmond.
Man, and just new stuff comes out from that guy's pie hole, and you're just like, oh God, this is horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was kind of hoping when he was dusting it up there with the president, I was kind of crossing my fingers,
Yeah.
And I don't know. And then you got there's a lot of stuff going on in the world,
Right.
And there's a lot of problems, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
No, not at the moment. Let's take another look here and see
Now
what
there's
we
nothing.
got.
There's like a Nobel Prize
Yep.
for anti-nukes. So good on that.
What about the Spain situation?
Now there's see, we haven't even gotten into that.
Catalonia. Yeah.
Well, with the news being what it was this week, I mean, it was like, which news story? And that was the thing too. I guess NBC kept just like hammering on the moron
Yeah.
story while things were really headlining and going down in the news, like in Las Vegas and that. And it was like, guys, what are you doing? Who cares right now?
Yeah, that's why.
Who really cares right now? You know?
Yeah, that's why I couldn't do Monday's show. That bummed me out. The whole Vegas thing, man. I just.
Well.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Yeah.
And we don't really talk about that stuff on this show.
Yeah.
There are other podcasts and shows that talk about things, and there's a lot of things to think about with that situation, because that's real weird.
Yeah.
Just to really...
we have our own niche.
Well, yeah, but it's weird. There's this weirdness involved with that whole situation that's just, everyone's like, what?
There is, and I've seen some of the offshoots of it, and I mean, if you want to know what it is, folks, get on up there and take a look. We're not going to go into it here.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. So anyway. But yeah, another hurricanes and all that.
Nate.
So.
May hit
Great.
May hit New Orleans. It's looking like it's going to go up into the Gulf states. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
There's a bunch of dusting up on the internet too, around that good old Milo Yiannopoulos.
Oh, he's back, is he?
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that came out. Basically, there's a bunch of email and things privately, people who were not Breitbart people, like maybe in the liberal media, who were emailing him, feeding him stories and ideas. Yeah, it's bad. People are flipping.
They wouldn't
out.
do that, would they?
That's why I'm saying about like the new now it's not necessarily. I'm not talking about NBC. It's just like people online, like Vice, some of the other online properties. Yeah. But here's the thing. That happens. That's the insider. That's what happens. You think that because this guy's over here doing Breitbart, that some dude over here at some liberal outlet isn't like talking to that guy going, ha, 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 look at this. You should do that, right? It's kind of this feedback loop. Because why? Yeah. Because it creates stories. It creates your industry. You're creating the news and the stories, and you're making things happen. Yeah. And that's good for your business because you're in the business of doing that. Y'all think it's like some big, like, nice thing that we're like noble causes and stuff. Bullcrap. It's not. Yeah. None of there's no noble causes there.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I mean, you got people in the media talking about violence and everything, right? Freaking out, and it's like, well, let's look at every TV show and movie that's coming out of Hollywood
and video games
and
yeah.
Violence, anyone? So I don't know, but anyway, yeah, there's a big dust up there, and And what we did miss, one of the things we did miss is our wonderful Alexa. Hi, Alexa.
Hi there.
Amazon released a whole bunch of new hardware.
Ooh.
Like in the last week.
Nice.
And the thing about these guys here, you can make phone calls with them now. Full on.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. So there you go. And Google is doing the same. They did the same. So now Google's got they got this camera. So they both like Amazon, like it's the technology, arms race, which is cool. That's cool for you. I mean, sometimes you're like, what do you need this for? But it's interesting for the consumers. So Google did theirs after Amazon did theirs. And they got this camera, and they're calling it the creepy camera.
Yeah.
Do you see this? It's kind of looks like a GoPro. It's kind of like this white, and you set it up in the room, and it takes video. It takes like little clips of video, and then it just starts to learn. It uses artificial intelligence. It uses AI to learn, and then it gives you like the clips. And so the example is. Yeah. It's weird. I didn't see. I was reading about it. The example is that you put it in your room and say like. You're a young family with the baby and stuff, and you're capturing those moments. And it'll capture the moments, but it'll figure out what moments is, and it'll identify that, that's the little baby, we should track it and film the crazy little things that the baby does.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't fully trust that yet.
Oh, no, of course not.
I don't know.
It's like, well,
there is a story that's kind of...
I can think of some... If I put my Bob Hope hat on, I can think of things that we can do with our camera. Yeah.
Bob, what do you think about it? Yeah,
wait to get
speaking
that
of
letter.
camera, sure.
Can't wait to get that letter.
Right. Me and Bing were in a... Sure.
Just parody, folks.
It's just
parody.
Yeah, no, there was also another story, kind of
Based on stories on the internet.
offshoot of that. Chief of Staff Kelly, turns out his phone was hacked. And they ain't saying who it is.
Oh, you're kidding.
They got it, and they may...
What?
Yep, they may or may not have, when he was in the White House during sensitive meetings, manipulated his camera and phone.
What?
Yeah.
What was this?
It broke yesterday. Washington Post.
Wow.
And then the
I'll have to look that one
New York
up.
Times picked it up, and then it just snowballed. And,
Now, see.
evidently, it's been going on since November of last year. He was complaining his phone wasn't working. So how it happened was he was like, "This isn't working right. My phone sucks. You need to fix it." Of course, the West Wing and all them people, they have their own IT
Android.
people, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so the IT people got a hold of it, and they said, "So someone has breached. It's been breached." And so then the intelligence agencies showed up and take a look at it, and yeah, it's been breached. It's been breached since last November.
Really?
Yeah, and it may or may not have been activated during top level secret meetings. No one really knows, and no one's saying nothing. But just look up John
Gizmodo. So John Kelly's phone was reportedly hacked months ago.
Yep.
Highly cited Politico, John Kelly's personal cell phone was compromised.
Yep.
Yeah, it's right here. See, this is what happens when I'm out of the loop for a week. I wonder if it was a Android, because they're
Right.
They're easy to. I mean, it is like open source. Because actually, it was a while back, last year, I want to say, or maybe it was earlier this year. They had found that so Google, how Apple has the App Store, Google has the Play Store,
Right.
which I was always like, really? Which is where you get the apps.
Yeah.
And they had found that there was like malware and stuff even in the apps, and they had identified apps. So yeah, you're not safe. Do it well. See, it fell off. But do what I and Mark Zuckerberg do. It fell off. I got to put it back. Put tape on your cameras when you're not using them. Just take the tape off when you use them. Put it back on. That doesn't help with the microphone. They can still turn the microphone on.
Right.
If you don't like it, don't put your cell phone in places or turn it off or whatever. Although even with the iPhone, there was a famous hack that they could actually still activate the phone.
Yeah.
I was like, I think, there's some weird stuff that happens there. But put tape on it. Just be paranoid. Tinfoil hat, tape on the phone,
Right.
tape up the microphone.
It's
no one will think it's weird.
Well, it's funny.
Or laugh
People
at
say,
you.
"Oh,
and
that's
let them
just-"
laugh. Let them laugh.
Yeah. Well, everyone says, you're just being paranoid," and then there's a story comes out. Oh yeah, Kelly's phone was breached. And
Well,
hacked.
so here's the thing. Yeah, and then there's email with the Trumps and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So here's the thing, Jason.
Yeah.
There was a time when if you were in, now this is his personal cell phone, but there's this whole thing where, like when the president, like Obama and all that, they have phones and whatever.
Yes.
But they're these like NSA secure, like Blackberries, I want to say.
Yeah,
Like
encrypted.
hardened, because you might have to make top secret phone calls to people in the Pentagon or whatever. And we're kind of getting a sense that maybe that's not really happening here in this administration.
No. They all have private email servers, and they all have private telephones that.
Yeah, and we were mad at Hillary for that. Now it's
Yeah,
even
wasn't
worse.
that the thing? Yeah, wasn't the whole locker up thing about the emails, and then turns out, oh wow.
Yeah, President on the end of this Politico, and President Trump was criticized for using an unsecured cell phone after the inauguration.
Yeah, well.
For encouraging world leaders to reach him on his personal phone, and that personal phone is I mean, definitely hackable by people who can
Easily.
Yeah.
In fact, I would be surprised if it hasn't been.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. I'd be surprised if it hasn't been at this
Well,
point.
you know, talking about that. Well, I mean, and this is the thing where like, you know, you got them hammering on Mark Zuckerberg about that. You know, hacking the election, which is buying ads on Facebook, which to me is like, I'm sorry, it's not. It really is like, look, if you are not smart enough to deduce political ads and things, stay awake, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is this kind of stuff, this is the real deal with the hacking the phone. And this is now we're peeling the onion to really see the real stuff.
Yeah.
This is where it gets, you know, then it gets, ooh, now that is actually serious. That's when the security people go, emails, huh? Private emails.
Right, and have you noticed when they were talking about like the voting machines? Oh no, the voting machines are fine. Let's talk about something else. But then you hear certain reports come out like, well, maybe there was some hanky panky.
We had that. Mm-hmm. That came up back in 2000.
Yeah, this isn't
the
new.
Diebold
Yeah.
machines came up in the 2000s with the W and all that.
Right, yeah, this is not
nothing new.
Yeah.
You know, hook something to the internet and then see if it's secure. You know, and here's the other thing too about email and all these things. Like this Milo thing. All it takes is some person who's on the email chain to go, I'll just wrap this up and send this off to someone else.
Right.
A leaker, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Kevin Mitnick.
Yeah.
Who was, you know, famously the big poster.
Was he the Captain Crunch guy, Mitnick?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I want to say he was.
Yeah.
But he, you know, famously was the first kind of face of the hacker back in the day, right? And now he's out.
The phone boxes and everything
he's prison anymore. He's done his time, and he's a security consultant. But he always said, look, you can think of all this cool hardware and software, how to hack and all this. The way you really hack is you just use psychology. You know, call you up. Hey, Jason. Yeah, this is Doc over here at Equifax. Hey, someone got your account and we need to fix it. So could you give us your password?
Yeah,
Jason.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, just give us your password.
Yeah.
You know, here's this link. Your if you ever get an email that says your account has a problem, your account says here's a link to click to go fix it. Do not click the link. Delete the email. Wipe it. Wipe that thing. And if you're worried, go call the company on their direct.
Right.
Contact them. You know.
Well, yeah, I've always said, listen, if it's a real problem, you'll know it. It's not going to be just some email saying click on here. And whatever. I mean, like, there was a breach not too long ago. It's not Equifax, but it was another one.
Well, the one I was going to bring up.
Was it Gmail or Google or something?
Yahoo!
Right.
So the news, a little news bit that, in fact, let me pull it up so I can give you the headline.
Excellent.
Well, remember, as they were selling the company over there at Yahoo, that they had said that they had gotten hacked, and some people's accounts, Yahoo accounts, got hacked. And Yahoo's been around for a long time. Yeah, a lot of people had accounts. Yahoo just said every single account was affected in the 2013 attack. 3 billion accounts were hacked. Pretty much, if you had an account on Yahoo, it got hacked. Yeah, hackers got your stuff. 3 billion Yahoo accounts were affected. The whole damn site.
100%.
100%.
Yep. Yahoo.
Boy, man. I'm telling you.
But it's I mean, these are the ones you hear about, right? What about all the ones you never hear about? Because some companies don't want that bad press getting out, and it's all hushed and swept under the carpet. I mean, for every one story that you hear about, there's probably a zillion others at some level has been hacked, but we're not going to release this to the public.
I think what's interesting now, though, is it's coming out. Like, maybe it's just because I don't think it's government oversight. I think it's more whistleblowers. I think people are, like, fed up.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, look, I'm going to air this dirty laundry. 3 billion accounts.
Yeah.
I had the calendar. We had the upcoming calendar on there. Andy Baio's thing. He sold it to Yahoo, and then he bought it back from Yahoo.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was like the first really social calendaring thing that was very useful. You could find events. You could do there. So I had like a Yahoo. I think I had to have an email. Flickr.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
I know I have my Yahoo account somewhere, and I don't do anything on Yahoo, so it's like, okay, heck, I don't use Yahoo. I never used the Yahoo email. Maybe once, like back in '98 or something. I don't know. Hotmail, Yahoo, whatever. Yeah. I had accounts there, but when it was Gmail, it was like, get on this Gmail.
Yep.
But the thing is that Flickr, and so I have like account, and I had to have another account. I have an account on Yahoo that I don't know what the password is, and I can't get into it. And it has like pictures with the X and stuff. Yeah, and I'm like, and one time I actually went to Yahoo support and said, I can't. This is my account. I kind of would like to get in here and delete things and shut it off or whatever. No help. They had like no help. Like a backup email is probably some Hotmail that I don't know about either, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, guys, you hacked 3 billion accounts. Hey, could you like just send me the password for my account that I can delete, please?
Right.
Because that would be really helpful.
Yeah, which it turns out it's like some even pre-Yahoo, it's like some Eudora or something, where it's like way back in the day.
Yeah.
AOL,
AIM.
Yeah.
AOL Instant Messenger has gone by.
Yep.
At one point, the most popular messenger really like kind of drove traffic for AOL there during the internet days.
Yeah.
AIM, AOL, with the little
Running Man.
Shut down.
Yep.
No more AIM.
No.
I went up and actually got an AOL account.
Wow.
To get on AIM so that I could chat with people on AIM.
Yeah.
Like, get me on AIM. It was like...
Yeah, back then it was huge.
Yeah. Well, that was even a few years back that people were still on AIM. And then we got the iPhone stuff. iPhone 8 Plus. And then the Samsung.
Yeah.
Big phones. Expensive.
See... Trying to think of other decent news.
Nah, there's nothing. I know we should.
Jobs are down. 33,000 less jobs, but that's has a lot to do with like the hurricanes and stuff like that. Houston and stuff. I mean, there's going to be a dip.
Yeah.
But other than that,
getting messages and stuff.
You want the news? Who knows? You think there's going to be like a news dump? This Friday, you think there's going to be any of that? Because last night Trump made this real cryptic comment.
I haven't seen the Twitter. What's on the Twitter these days?
Well, last night they had a meeting.
We always do check on Friday. Right. We check the Twitter account. Oh, he's got a flag. He's got a big old American flag now. Yeah. Of course, that's probably the whole football thing. You think the football thing's blowing over now?
Yeah, it's pretty much done.
I mean, pretty much with the news cycle. It's always the news cycle. What a distraction that was.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's see. Fox Business. The Dow is up. The S&P 500. The NASDAQ. He's retweeting Fox Business.
Yeah.
Even in the Oval Office with U.S. military leaders. Yay. I don't know. Rex Tillerson never threatened to resign. This is fake news put out by NBC News. Low news and reporting standards. No verification from me. That was October 5th. So what was that, yesterday?
Yeah. Well, he was at a dinner last night. He had dinner with a bunch of military people, a bunch of generals.
I don't know.
They brought in the press, to do a little, how do you do? And he said something about, I'm enjoying the evening. It's the calm before the storm. Oh. And so that got everyone like, what? What?
Are you just going to hide behind your big Trump?
I'm hiding behind Trump. I never knew this. He's got a big head. Yeah, I love the little whiffle on top, too. Isn't that great, the little whiffle?
Yeah, it's pretty special.
It's a whiffle.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah, we could see. I don't know.
See what happens. I don't know.
Tillerson.
I don't know. You know what I think it's going to be?
Who?
I'm going to throw a curve out there.
All right.
I think it's going to be the decertification of the Iran deal.
Oof.
He's supposed to announce that either today or Monday.
Okay, so did you hear this thing? Like, is it Mattis? Like testifying
Yeah.
and saying, no.
We need this.
The deal's actually working.
Yeah.
Totally going against
Yeah.
the president.
Yeah.
And so
what's he going to do? He's going to decertify it.
So that
Yeah.
So I wonder if that happens.
Yeah.
Perhaps we'll see some resignations.
And then the real creepy guy on there, dude, on Trump's staff, that Stephen Miller guy, the real creepy dude.
Stephen Miller.
Stephen Miller.
Fly like
Right.
an eagle.
Yeah. Swing Town. Dun-dun. They call him the Joker, you know. He's a smoker. He's a midnight toker. Yeah, you need. And the thing about Stephen Miller, dude, he does speak about the pompous of love. Okay. And no, he made some crack about DACA, like they're going to be hunting them down. You know, so just some real, just real Nazi-esque type stuff.
Oh, good. Well,
And so
let's get off this. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, stop it.
But he does speak about the pompous of love.
Any big sports?
Ooh, sports.
I know
well,
soccer's going on. I'm just being too busy.
NBA's gearing up. Their preseason games.
Yeah.
NFL, of course, another weekend NFL. Soccer's in full gear.
I haven't been checking with how the Timbers are doing and everybody, but I know they were.
They lost last week, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were like number 2.
Yeah.
Last time I looked earlier, but like I said, I'm in a vortex right now. I won't know what's going on. I mean, those things could be heading toward the coast, and I'd be like, I don't know what's going on. I just behind this camera here.
I know. I walked in, and he's like, "What do you mean Hawaii's a state?"
Yeah.
You know. I said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
So.
Anyway.
Other than that, though, if you want your news, turn on the news.
Oh, don't. Read it.
Yeah.
We'll have something. Like I said, we won't be here Monday.
No.
We won't be here Wednesday.
No.
We hope to be here on Friday.
Sure.
Right?
Sure. I'm down.
Yeah. In the meantime, go to Newport this weekend.
Yes. And then email us and tell us how it was.
Yeah.
In fact, send us pictures of you at Newport inside the Wax Museum.
See, when
we'll
you
put it
went
on the
there,
show.
when you start send us pictures, I'm like,
no, I mean them and the Wax guys. They're standing next to them. Oh,
yeah.
Hey, look, it's Elvis.
Hey, look.
And we'll put it on the show. Why not? We'll throw little pictures up there. Hey, there's
Anthony Weiner went to Newport. He sent us pictures.
how come all the pictures are from the waist down? I don't know. And you see the problems, folks. It's on you, okay? Because the man's last name was Weiner, okay? If you didn't see that coming,
Exactly.
I blame you guys.
That's right.
Yeah,
We blame you, America.
that's right, America.
Have a good weekend. Bye.
I'm gonna make myself a cup of Good Morning America. Y'all want some? It's the best damn coffee you're gonna get anywhere, buddy.